Bauer sends him on a quest, a test of faith, in trade of a favorable relationship. Wardenwood seems to have been stricken with an odd illness, and some children appear to be missing. Bauer explains his suspicion of a nearby witch who just so happens to have the only cure for this malice. The party accepts the quest and sets off to find this Drusilla, supposed apothecary and witch. Upon finding her hut, they find it empty of the witch, but housing a sick child, Nancy. Val finds a way to cure her ailment, which aroused further suspicion about Drusilla's true motivation. Upon Drusilla's arrival, through a series of questions and investigations, the party eventually reveals Drusilla's true nature and what she truly is, a hag. The party defeats the hag. They decide to spend the night in her hut and awaken the next morning with perhaps plans of burning it to the ground. And that's kind of where we left off. You guys are waking up. I believe you guys had plans to
search the hut.
search the house for any other kind of stuff that might be of use.
We shall search the ground and flip it upside down.
Searching, they're just looking on the floor.
Just looking around, I mean, it's all up for grabs. Let's, ransack this place.
All right, let's get this started. First, anything specific you all want to say that you're actually looking for?
Mrs. Redcap would like to look for scrolls. Any kind, spell scrolls.
Is Urix in here? Or is he outside?
He can be. He's probably outside, but I mean, if you want to,
Tobin, I'll head out of the hut and just kind of keep him company. Go stand out there with him, keep watch.
Yeah, he was outside chilling.
Yeah, well, it's morning. I believe you guys would have woken up, maybe make a quick little breakfast and start kind of looking around the house, maybe like console Nancy.
Oh yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, dispose of the body before the little girl sees a dead hag's body. Hey, by the way, what are you doing with the head? Like, you just
I wrapped it in sheets. I used whatever the hag has in those beds and just grabbed all that stuff and
I'll
wrapped
say
it.
that's easy enough.
I made like a makeshift bag.
Yeah, I can see like one of you distracting her, like, hey, let me make you some eggs or something, you know? And then,
Hey, kid, you want some breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone like, yeah, easy enough. Vern will definitely help with that, because he's been kind of watching the child.
Yeah, and that's it. So I got the bag.
Fair enough. I guess whoever is searching, give me a D20.
2.
Mrs. Redcap, you look lost. Are you okay?
I'm just having trouble getting up this morning.
It looks like it. Do you need a hand?
Yes.
What'd you get, Val?
I got 13.
13? All right. As you are searching around, you're, sliding your hand across surface of counters and whatnot, and you get to cupboard, if you will, and you start sliding your hand down, and then you feel a button, or more of like an indentation, and you press it, and you see a panel move like a couple feet away on the floor, just move, revealing a small little lockbox.
Oh, wow. Good find.
Interesting. I shall trust this lockbox with you, Mrs. Redcap. I do not feel comfortable touching it, knowing the owner.
Redcap the thief now.
No, I mean, the owner is a hag, and you are more qualified than me to
hag.
sniff this.
And I intend to inspect the lockbox. Mrs. Redcap. Like to look at it.
I mean, you can surmise it's a lock. I'm assuming you're looking for traps.
Yeah.
Well, it's not trap, but it is locked.
Okay.
What's it made out of?
Iron.
Okay. Does it have like engravings and stuff, or is it pretty simple?
It's pretty simple.
Okay.
Like key kind of, and unlock the thing, and then you could just open it.
Oh, wait. It's locked?
Yes. It's a lockbox.
I am going to search the body of the hag outside. Look for a key.
All right.
I don't know.
All right. Easy enough. I will say you find a key on her body. You see Urix in the middle of digging a shallow grave on behalf of the child. Again, you don't want to.
It's a hag.
Like, hey, what is that?
Yeah.
I mean, she's what, like 9, 10?
See, like she's like 5 or 6.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a young child.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I snatch the key and just, move casually back into the hut and give it to Mrs. Redcap. Here, I have found the key in her body.
Oh, thank you, Val.
Be careful there.
Mrs. Redcap
Mrs.
would like to
Redcap.
try the key on the lockbox.
You open it up and you find. Hold on, math.
You find math.
You find math. You find.
The greatest treasure. Of
Yeah, the
all.
greatest treasure.
You found
Says no one ever.
You find $50.
Close. 40 gold.
How do we want to split? How do we want to split this up, guys? Gold! Mrs. Redcap is just
Let's split it evenly, I think.
Yes.
0 for Vern.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Vern? No, we give him Vern some.
And Urix should get some as well. I know it makes the math
ways?
harder.
8 gold each. Vern did save a child. He hid the child in a clinch.
I was also waiting to see if that, like, if you're gonna wait
I'm
until
sorry.
she administrates the potion just to realize she's not there.
So we're getting 8.
Eight gold.
Yeah.
I'm going to take
Rousing.
one of my golds and give it to the child.
Okay. All right. The day is upon you. Other than the lockbox and what you've basically gathered from the ingredients of making the potions, there's really nothing else in the house that you can find.
Rejoice, Mrs. Redcap. Now this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Burn the place.
Well, let me just get my staff from outside. Let me try to get the rope with the silver dandelion.
I
gotta pick up 3 things from outside.
I would assume you would have gotten that in the night, like after your watch or between your watch.
Okay,
you know,
all
after
right,
the. You know what
All right, I really don't understand.
Redcap, I don't think you slept long enough last night.
I didn't get a good rest, and I just feel so out of luck tokens right now.
Yeah.
So there were some snakes outside.
We killed them.
Val Ross, those snakes, do snakes make good leather?
Yes.
Snakeskin?
They can.
Do you want some, like, snakeskin boots or something?
Are you going to make them?
I thought you would make them with your
Bush craftiness.
Sounds like a lot of work, and I think we are in a mission. I'll get you another time. I'll get you more leather.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I just want to watch you burn the hut right now.
Okay, so it occurred to me upon a lot of thought at night while I wasn't sleeping that this is a crime scene. And we're special investigators. So other than the gold that we stole, we should try to keep it the same as it is.
Ah, what a disappointment.
Elder Bauer may want to search it himself.
That actually is a good point.
However, not fun, but you make a point.
And we don't risk burning down the forest.
Sure, all right. I guess we head back.
We got a letter. That letter from, I don't know who it was from or to, but it was between the hag, whose name might be Victoria, and there's some runes on the letter too, and then there's a werewolf. So there might be 3 actors here.
And we have the hag's head.
We can have Elder Bauer look at this letter more.
All right.
But a folded piece of parchment. That's what I wrote down.
Into
Anybody,
town.
make me a wisdom check.
Wisdom.
And also Urix would likely as well.
12.
Right. 12?
18.
18?
Just a roll straight.
How much?
5.
5? All right. I assume you all are about to like leave.
Yeah, we're heading
So-
back.
Packing up, getting ready.
As you're about to leave the area, like you walk outside, you gather all your things. Val, you turn around to get a look at the hut and the whole area, and you see a shimmer, kind of just almost like a glitch, if you will, around the entire hut, and kind of even on the outsides of the garden.
Did you guys see that?
See what?
Kind of like a shimmer, fogginess, glitchy something.
What's glitchy?
No, look at the hut. Look at it.
I see a hut. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe sleeping in a hag's hut overnight didn't do us any good.
I don't know. I might be hallucinating, but I know what I saw.
All right, if you're sure.
You know what? Let's move fast.
As you walk past back into the bush area, if you will, from the opening of basically Drusilla's little area, Val, you turn around and you see the illusion dissipate. And now this once beautiful hut and garden now looks like a decrepit, horrid looking, scary hut drooping with like thorns and rotted vines. Door looks all kind of rotted in and whatnot. And the once beautiful garden is more like this fungus grown mesh.
There it is again. How awful. Can't you see it? It's no longer beautiful. It looks like
Still look beautiful to me.
Yeah, it looks like you just left it.
it's an illusion.
Are you okay?
Yes, I am okay.
I see it.
I think there's a spell that keeps this hut from looking as hideous as it should.
That would
Mrs.
make
Redcap?
sense.
Mrs. Redcap is thinking really hard.
I-
And he's like looking at Val and looking at the hut, back and forth.
If
Can
anyone would
we-
like to give me an intelligence check,
Oh.
would you get Tobin?
13. Sorry.
14 total.
Oh, well, that's actually and you got 13.
Yeah.
You both would, in the back of your minds, kind of remember maybe eating some kind of scroll, or maybe overhearing a campfire thing, story of somebody like talking about like witchy kind of creatures and illusion spells. You would know that usually dealing damage to either a ward possibly, or maybe to the structure itself, could break the illusion. If you know where the wards are.
I'm guessing Eurex has already buried
Yeah.
the hag. Okay.
Is Vern watching the child?
Yeah, Vern's just like holding kid, like
Little
what's-
Nancy.
What's happening, fellas? You're kind of worried me here, Val.
Vern, can you see through the illusion?
Val squints his eyes, and immediately it vanishes, and he's like, "Oh my god!" He covers the child's eyes. Oh
dear.
my gods! What?
I told you, it's
Is it a
hideous, isn't it?
nightmare?
It is hideous.
Oh, you see him trying to like close her ears. and
Val,
cover
Vern,
it.
could you just shoot an arrow at it?
What?
Gladly.
Just shoot an arrow at it.
That's good
I'm
thinking.
gonna
yes.
bust out
I don't want
my.
to get close to this thing.
I'm gonna bust out my long bow.
All right, roll me an attack, range attack.
What's the AC of a hag's hut?
It's pretty low.
4.
Yeah, that's not good.
Probably not
You
4.
shoot and it kind of just, you're trying to like do some heroic Robin Hood stuff real quick, but he shot and it flew far to the left.
Val, you should wake up.
You know what? It doesn't
Maybe if
matter.
your
at this
quiver
point.
was snake leather, you would have gotten it.
I don't know how to make you see it, but I'm glad we're leaving it because this is disturbing.
Well, I mean, there is a chance that it would drop the illusion, right? I'm going to run over and hit it with my mace.
Yeah, give me an attack roll with advantage.
I can actually roll 2 d20s.
You have advantage on all huts. I
Yeah,
don't know
Well,
if you knew
this
this.
is, I mean, it's-
No, yeah.
I rolled 2 11s. What the?
I mean, yeah, you hit it.
But, okay.
You hit it.
Just take the
You hit it, like on the side as hard, and all of a sudden you see shoo, the shimmer break, and then now you see this horrendous,
Oh.
vile-looking.
Oh, God.
Hut.
Maybe we should burn it down.
I mean, it's kind of impressive the
The disgustingness of it.
disgustingness of.
I told you. You believe me now?
Yes, 100. All right, let's get out of here. I don't like this anymore.
Let's leave.
Yep.
Let's make haste.
We
I'm
make
very
haste.
uncomfortable with it.
Yes.
Unless you want to do something, Red Cap.
Mrs. Redcap really wanted to burn the body, but it's okay. I was just we can just go.
Yeah. I mean, it's a disgusting place.
Mrs. Redcap didn't get a good rest, so she's just
All
gonna
right.
leave.
Well,
Yeah, I
he
didn't
wants-
either.
we head down the road.
All right.
We start heading back.
You find the trail fairly easy. Just somebody give me a d6.
Dean.
Dang.
I don't trust my dice right now. Oh, no.
Did you get a
One.
1? You got a 1? God.
I was too ashamed to
I was
say it.
I was
out
literally
loud.
gonna be like, I was gonna, before you even roll, I was gonna be like, let me know if it's a 6 or a 1, because Jesus Christ.
What now? Come on, man.
Oh, man.
Bro, you just had one thing, not roll a 1. Like, don't blame me.
Okay, I'm not using this dice for the rest of my life.
I can't believe they didn't give us horses for this. There's missing kids. There's an urgency to it.
It did look like they had enough, too.
Yeah, they are cheap.
Yeah.
Maybe they're missing horses as well.
No, maybe. Maybe the horses were getting sick, too.
With werewolves out, that makes sense.
You are all traveling, and then you hear like this huge, like, trees moving around. It's odd sounding. It's probably a few, like 20 feet in front past like some more trees that you can't really quite see in front of you. You hear a bunch of scratching and just a tree fall.
Are we in the path?
You hear stuff dragging and like some branches falling in that general area, but it's also the direction you need to go.
Everybody stop.
What's that sound?
Let's take a few steps back.
Maybe some like bark being ripped and torn.
Can we go around that sound?
Seems like difficult to go around.
Since he can't really move that fast.
That's right. We have a child with us. But
This red cat was going to get out her dad.
I'll get out my mace.
Are you guys gonna try to like birth it around or go straight through? Or
Can we take a little longer to go around one side or the other?
let's say you lose another hour, so it'd be 3 hours instead of 2 to get to your need.
Worth it
All
for
right.
safety.
But how are you going? Like trying to stealth this, or you just walking?
Maybe up to
walk
you guys.
slowly.
Walk quiet for a little while. and
we're
then
gonna
pick up the pace.
go. Me and Vern go in the front, just slowly, like as they follow us behind us. We're gonna proceed slowly. You have to follow our pace. Don't make anything weird.
All right, I'm gonna do an average for this stealth checks, which I guess is dex.
Should be, yeah.
What'd you get,
Yeah,
Red Cat?
Dirty 20.
30-20. What'd you get, Val?
10.
Tobin?
9.
You're going, and a couple of you start snapping on some twigs, and you hear just kind of stop. The sounds stop.
Stop.
Everybody, halt immediately.
Here,
It's the werewolf.
It is everybody.
and I gotta make a. Yeah. So for a solid beat, everybody's heart just stops, and then you hear another, and then you just hear scratching and like the weird noise continuing.
Tobin is shaking, and his mace is wobbling in his hand.
It's going to pass by.
Are you sure about that?
Let's take one step at a time.
Give me another round of stealth. All right. What'd you get, Red Cat?
13.
What'd you get?
15.
What'd you get?
Dirty one, not a natural one. A 2 minus 1.
Tie goes to the victor. So we got 3 out of the 2 because Vern rolled good, but your ex rolled pretty crap. But that's 3. So yeah. So yeah, you guys make it out, and everything seems millhouse.
Finally.
Yeah,
That was a werewolf.
It sounded like it, and if one was dealing with the hag, that was probably him.
While they are in her radius of interests, probably they visit her every time. Sounds to be like a common area for them.
I'm just glad it didn't find us back there.
Let's make haste and get out of these woods.
All right. So 3 hours pass. You see the opening, the farms, and the city of Wardenwood.
Finally, yes. We made it.
Oh, thanks, Shun.
No.
No, not at all.
With no
Anybody but
hesitation.
that. Anybody but it. Yeah. What are y'all doing?
We go
Yeah, we go
straight
right
for
back
the
in.
gate.
Wave to the guards. They should maybe recognize us because it hasn't been that long.
They see you. More importantly, they see a little child, and you are greeted by a party, much as earlier. This time, they don't ask you to surrender your weapons.
Please take us immediately to Wardenwood.
Of course, straight to Bauer. It takes a little bit, probably, I'd say about like 30 minutes to get through to the gate and everything. And you find yourself in a very familiar
Office.
building. Yeah. The 12 chimney council area, if you will.
Nice.
Yeah. So you're back in that big place. And for a minute, you're just chilling. The door's open and you see Bauer motion you all to come into his office as you all get let in. You see the familiar female looking character with the orb again. And she looks at you. By this time, they would have taken Nancy to go see her mom as soon as she came through because they recognize her. Welcome again. I've heard of great success, I assume.
Mr. Bauer, Drusilla was a hag. And I slam banged that head right in the middle of the room, whatever, and cut it open.
Okay, you didn't say the table. Good.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I was about to slam it on his desk, and I just thought about it. It's like, it's a big room. Slam.
It unravels in this monstrosity of a head that you've all seen pop out. Like it rolls, and then a tongue rolls out. It was like, right from. He looks down. He looks at you all.
She was holding that child hostage. She seemed like she was tending to her, but I attempted a small cure spell on her, and she got better immediately as we confronted Drusilla.
The hag was working with a werewolf as well.
We have a letter to prove it.
She was trying to make little werewolf children out of the ones she was taking.
I should have mentioned this earlier, but obviously she would have done the spell of truth again. Actually, it's called Aurora of Truth.
Nice.
Because ShadowDark.
Aura of truth?
Aura, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah. Aura of Truth, yeah. That she would have cast.
Aurora of Truth would also be applicable with your description of that,
yeah, it's like a
glowing
dome
and
just
spreading
goes
out.
through, yeah.
And we all bask in the glory of that.
It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, it's just basically a big blue light orb that just engulfs
and
you
keeps
all.
going.
Yeah.
Through the walls.
Yeah, through the walls. You don't know how big of a radius it is.
All right.
Mrs. Redcap is going to look at the elven mage, this aura around, and then she's going to also say, the statue where we found Urix was Titania.
Not the
orb.
topic at hand.
The orb glows.
She's been brewing on
The
that
orb
one, yeah.
Okay.
The orb glows again at the mention of Titania.
Mrs. Redcap gets really excited because
Mrs. Redcap, this is the time to give him that letter also.
Oh yes, sorry, I forgot.
Please.
She'll hand the
she's engulfed in the power of the orb.
parchment over to. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I heard that right.
I'm sure Shun will be happy with you. And pleased.
Shh, I'm not supposed to talk about Shun in the council chamber.
Sorry.
They look at no.
You're immediately arrested.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there it is. Cool.
Our hero, straight to jail.
There's no freedom of religion here.
Bauer takes the note, walks around to his desk, opens it up, reads it, and his face gets puzzled in a certain portion of it. He looks at the elven mage. I'm going to need your assistance on this one, Olora. And then he folds it up, tucks it, or puts it into a desk, a little drawer in his desk. Well, that is most unsettling.
Indeed.
We were attacked by one of her werewolves as well.
Yes, that's right.
Are you sure it was hers?
It seems to be there's a lot of werewolf activity around her hideous shed, because also in the way back here, we evaded one of them. That's 2 werewolves in the same radius.
At least one, but possibly 2, yes.
You see Olora kind of look at you all as much as you can kind of see because her eyes are still completely blacked out. It gives you all kind of a stare, stares at Bauer for a second, and then just goes back to pondering the orb. Interesting. I'll have to get on that immediately. I will definitely make sure my guards are aware of this, and we have a lot to discuss.
We were contemplating burning down her originally looking luscious hut, but it was concealed under some kind of spell which we broke, and it's a hideous place. We decided not to afterwards, and you do with it what you wish, but it's disgusting.
Yeah, thanks for that. So this actually came in at just the perfect time as you guys' arrival here again. Our scouts from the east have just informed us of some interesting news that your knight friend might be interested in, and he looks at Urix. We've heard rumor that there is an old ancient palace for the Green Knights. It looks kind of decrepit, but it might be of interest to you. Maybe it'll give you some signs and some hope of where your people are, or maybe they're still dwelling, or at least what's left of them. They also said there were markings they believe might be from Knights of Idris. You see Urix's eyes just like staring daggers at him as he's saying this. Just east. Yes, there's a pathway if you follow the road to the east, far east. But do beware, once you pass the bridge, it gets very dangerous. You're essentially going to enter the ShadowDark. The trees are the hardest tell. They bear no leaves, but they cover the entire forest like darkness, intertwined with each other in a horrendous looking network. Dare I even say they might be communicating with each other, because from their reports, things were just coming out of shadows, out of the darkest crevices they could have even imagined. Their stories are very bone quivering, but if you wish to go that way, I believe you'll find your answers there if your resolve is that strong. He looks at Bauer. Urix looks at Bauer and just nods. As for the rest of you, I'm two things for saving this town and getting rid of, and he points to the head, this vile creature out of our, this threat out of our town. I am going to reward you the gifts that were gifted to me. I looked into them, and they are some interesting artifacts, but we don't necessarily need them, and I feel like they might be of more use to y'all, fine adventurers. The other thing, in a few days, I'm gathering up a caravan, and we were actually like to head to Hope's Keep.
Really?
Fantastic.
I myself and Alora here, and he points their gestures a hand to her, will be accompanying this.
We would love to have you visit our town.
Yes,
Indeed.
that would be excellent as a diplomatic meeting. For
That is all we came here for.
how many days?
Y'all look pretty bad right now, so I mean, rest up, and we can go as soon as you're all ready. There's no real rush. We could push it even 10 days, if so, which you desire. We still have a lot of preparations, and I do have to put in place my young apprentice here. And at that, you just see like the little halfling that you saw previously when you first came in here. Pippet, I'm obviously going to leave you in charge, as I usually do when I do such long ventures as so. Of course, sir, of course. And he's messing with a little locket and kind of shining it on his vest. Looks at it. It's all well. No, I don't mean this in the best of ways, Bauer, but if my introductions is good and well with you, I do have some other business to attend to, and I know we can always roll back to this for any further, exploits and paperwork, if you will. Yes, I understand. You are dismissed. Thank you. And he just walks out of the room real quick.
Elder Bauer, if I may, how much silver do you have in the city? Silver arms.
Silver, he squints at you.
For the werewolves.
Oh, weaponry. We do have a blacksmith here.
Smart idea.
You might be able to find some weaponry of that.
Well, the town should be armed with it. There's at least one werewolf, for sure.
Well, we are definitely going to...
Possibly two, yes.
We will definitely get on that. We're going to have to mine more silver, and I'll probably have to go into my treasury to, sacrifice some loans, which means I'm going to need more time to prepare for that as well. Of course, I'm going to need my own personal militant, of course, armed as well with this new knowledge. So it's going to take us a while, but feel free to peruse as you will the city. I can at least board you all up here for the time being, but your meals and any drinks and any fancy stuff you like are on yourselves.
We are most grateful. That is very generous.
As far as I'm concerned, you are diplomats now, so you have stay at our council.
Can we access the library if that's too much to ask?
Of course.
Thank you.
I don't sleep in this room, so as long as you don't do anything nefarious, these books are always open. But do not touch my desk.
Of course.
It will not end well for you.
We have no interest in your desk, sir.
Yeah, I would never dream of messing with your business. We're allies now, right?
You'd be surprised how many fools have attempted such, and they say they may be missing a limb or two.
Understood. Well, we have acquired everything we came here to already, so no need to snoop around.
You all seem like good standing individuals, and I am going to respect that until you show me reasons otherwise. But other than that, oh yes, here is your items, and he hands you a wand, and he hands it to you. He's like, this is a dragon bone wand. It has the power to cast an illusion once per day. Also, for mechanical purposes, it's worth 100 gold if you decide to sell it. And this very interesting thing, he pulls out a glass eye. That pupil is completely red, ruby and jeweled, and it's glossed over, kind of polished. It's hard to tell if this is an actual eye, but it's a pretty big for an eye. This will shine doubt and hesitations in demons. Also, it's worth 150 gold. Well, if there's anything else y'all need, you can always just find a guard or servant, or sometimes I'll be here.
Thank you. I think we're going to go grab a bite and try to rest for now.
Sounds good.
The Ranger Restorative, do we say this? It cured Nancy. It made her feel better.
Yes, Val told him, but
Okay,
yes, that
sorry.
is good to keep
My
in
memory
mind.
isn't very good.
We all didn't sleep very good. I think it was the hag's magic.
Sorry, Bauer. Never mind. We'll leave you.
Sure. Yeah. If there are any ill individuals still around here in town, I'll gladly help.
We will look into it now.
Yeah.
Now that we know it was a hag, and he looks at Alora, we have a better idea of how to combat some of these illnesses still going around.
All right.
Thank you all, and y'all are free. Don't cause any mischief.
Let's go eat.
Yes.
Yes, we should go to the Geed Tavern.
Sure.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes. Geed's Hearth. It's a fine establishment.
Indeed.
Show us to Geet Tavern,
All right.
Tobin,
All right, y'all make your way to Geed's Hearth.
Yes, indeed.
for a nice meal and some of that fancy ale.
Yeah, Geed's something or other. I don't
Hearth?
remember.
Geed's Hearth?
Yeah, but the ale was
Oh,
something.
yeah.
I think it was Geed's Ale. I think it was just...
I don't
Ale,
recall.
was it a lager?
No, it was an
It
ale.
was sweet. It was sweet tasting.
It was a wheat. Sure.
Sure. I don't remember.
It was this.
Yeah, tasted like coffee creamer.
Yeah, it's super sweet. Very high alcohol content. Does about good. You all make your way to Geed's Hearth. Tobin, you are well familiar with. You walk in and you already see Elena busy, as it is probably midday at this point. People are getting their food and she's running around, and her three little boys are, helping as much as they can. Oh, Tobin, welcome
Hello.
back.
Yes, it's good to be back, especially with where we were. How is Carlin and Zeke, Herbert, Landon?
Carla's still bedridden, unfortunately, and she grabs a little her apron and kind of wipes her head with it. It's been pretty hectic. as of recent.
Oh,
But yeah, we'll power through.
I'm sorry, I just put something together. You were giving him Drusella's potions, weren't you?
Yeah, well, a little bit. She didn't have enough to go
Val,
around.
Let me take a look at it.
I'll tug on your sleeve.
Let me take a look at this child.
You haven't rested, so you can't make the thing yet.
Vern.
Let me rest,
Yeah, I think
and then
Vern
I'll
do
look
it.
at him.
Did Vern? I think they both failed,
Yeah.
didn't they?
I thought
Oh.
Vern helped Nancy.
I don't remember, but
Vern helped Nancy.
Yeah,
Val
his
helped Nancy.
restorative.
I did.
Val
Yeah.
helped her with
Okay.
the restorative, but
Oh,
Vern is
okay.
the one she trusted because
Okay, right.
Yeah.
he
Never mind.
rolled.
And I think Vern was trying to make it another thing for him, and he
Oh,
failed
okay.
too.
Yeah, I failed for
okay.
me.
Yeah, we both failed, so everybody's out of curative
Oh,
spells,
right,
if you
okay.
will.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Val, can you make another one right now?
I need to rest for a moment.
Okay.
I think I'm drained, but
Well-
I will definitely attend to this child as soon.
Oh, it's her
as I get
husband.
back. Oh, her husband. Okay. I will definitely see to it. I think we know how to fix that now.
Oh,
But I just need to gather my energy. As you can see, fighting off a hag and a werewolf will take.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
That
she, I'll like look around and lean in closer. She was a hag.
no. Drusilla?
Yes, she was a hag, and
Oh.
she was poisoning people.
No. That is poor Nancy. What?
She's back.
What? She's
We've-
thank God.
We got her back. Yes.
You guys done the city of blessing. Oh, God bless us all. And she just grabs you and hugs you.
Give her a hug, pat on the back.
If you don't mind, if I can get some nourishment, and I will be happy.
Of course.
Leaning in
Yeah,
over the
exactly.
halflings.
I'm like, my eyes are like half opening. It's like, I just need some nourishment, and I should be ready to assist.
Of course. You know what? Food is on the house today. And I got your first round. Anything in particular you guys like? We have
Anything you have will do.
In the spirit of Gid's protection, maybe some of Gid's spirits.
Yes, of course. I cannot thank you enough. God bless each and every one of you.
And you as well.
Here, let me get you a seat. And she goes over, like, kind of brushes off a little area and puts like two tables together. It's pretty nice looking tables too.
Nice.
Two round tables, but that seems to be the only thing that's kind of available at the moment. Puts a red giant tablecloth over it and starts putting plates on it. Zeke, get some of the Geed's ale, please. 1, 2, all of you. Okay, 5 Geed's ale. I had to do that math in my head. I was like,
Yeah.
How
'cause
many people?
There's 2 not present.
yeah. Urix and obviously Vern would follow suit.
Well, yeah. I just mean physically with us at the table.
Right. You guys are seated. After a while, you get food. Anything particular you guys want?
I'll just eat anything at this point.
Yeah, just
Anything with like protein.
She gives you like a stew, some like pork chops, some thick
Ooh.
cuts.
some ribs.
Some ribs and some
Hell yeah.
some leafy greens, vegetables, because you need that.
Hearty meal does
Yeah.
the body good.
Mrs. Redcap can have the salad. Tobin's gonna eat some ribs.
So you see Urix, he takes his helmet off and he's just eating. He gets some weird looks from some of the locals, but they see you all kind of just making merriment, and they're uneasy, but they kind of just let it be. Ain't no one coming up to you and trying to make friends.
Right.
Let's say that, but
yeah, yeah.
but they don't seem to be scared.
Tobin is drinking a lot and
Of this
fast.
special ale.
Yeah.
This is delicious, Tobin.
He's like
You
rocking
were
back and
right.
forth. He's happy. He's got a mug in his hand the whole time. Yes, this is excellent. Blessed by Geet herself. Oh, I could drown in a
Well,
barrel
I wasn't
of this.
sure about this Gid, but I think if this is the kind of ale that comes out of him, that
Oh,
is good.
She knows her
All
ale.
right.
She's the goddess of merriment, after all. I mean, what's more merry than a mug full of great ale?
A child converted to the right religion.
Yes, to Geed's following, I suppose, or even Taragnis or Madeira.
Tobin, what were those children's names?
The ones who went missing.
No. Helena's kids.
Oh, yes.
Please do not offer them anything that sets fire.
Would Tobin want to tell me their name?
He's drunk. He doesn't think about it. He's moved
happy.
on.
He's all pumped up with ale.
Yeah. He's so Elena or Ilana, how do you
Alana.
Alana. Okay.
Technically Alana.
So Ilana and Carlin's children are Zeke, Herbert, and Landon, and they're actually these little ones running around here.
Lantern, but whatever.
Lantern, what? I think you know what? His name's Landon now.
Slur Landon over there.
Okay, thank you, Tobin. That may be helpful later.
But no, these are good kids. You leave them alone with that freaking file business. Shoot my liver.
Vern's definitely enjoying his cups. So, y'all are, being all merry and whatnot. And in comes, some bards walk in, start playing. Unless you guys are doing anything.
I'm going to eat, then go to sleep. We got to take a rest. I want to be able to help people.
It's about midday, so I mean, if you guys want to do anything on this day, but you guys can take as many days as you want to recoup, and we're going to carouse. So let's go ahead and get that going.
Tobin is probably here for the rest of the day.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Especially if you get basically free, or they'd probably give you like a discount after a while. If you're sitting there just slam and whatnot. But
I mean, you just got a bunch of gold, so
he would
you're
tip.
good to go.
He would tip.
You
Fair.
just got paid from the hack.
So,
But
yeah.
Alana is definitely, very grateful for everything you've done, and especially with Val there saying he will help help her husband.
At one point, he's gonna walk up to Alana and hand her all of his silver. There's a werewolf out there, and the coins, it burned his fur a little bit when I.
Oh no!
Just take
I
the silver.
can't.
No,
I
you
can't,
need
I
it. There's a
can't, I
werewolf around.
You're very generous, but
No,
please,
really, you
just-
need to hold on to this, Alana.
maybe I can
and
give
we'll
you a
come
rope.
back and we're gonna
You should
heal your husband.
start giving it to the kids. Hey, kids, there you go. Here, go.
Just
Hold on to
expelling
this
your
for your
money.
mother. Oh, she's going to need
Alina
it.
starts giving him
The
water.
kid takes a couple of the cards, like, "Hey, Zeke, stop! No, you're very gracious. Thank you. But I'm sure we'll be fine. We got the city guards, and I'm sure they'll take care of it. This is a pretty fortified city. I appreciate everything.
Geed loves you very much.
He loves you too.
You are doing great work for her in this tavern, and he'll pass out.
Okay,
So I guess I come back next day or later to come and help her husband.
We got a rest successessly, but I imagine we will in town.
yeah,
How does
you
that
guys
work?
will get a long rest.
We're
You'll
not
get a long
under
rest.
any threat, so
Yeah. Because you could be here for a couple of days. You can be here for a
Alright.
couple of weeks if you want. I mean, kind of up to you. But I'm gonna pull up the carousing.
Yeah, let's carouse.
Full health.
I'm almost guaranteed to level up, I think. Oh.
So first off, how much are you all pulling in? I can give you the tiers if you'd like.
pulling in what?
You have to pull in gold, and that's how much your bonus is to your roll to get experience.
So how much gold I have?
Yeah, as a party, you gotta pull in all your gold. Also, if you're gonna sell the items, I need to know that to get rid of it to get the gold.
Oh, right, like the wand or the eye.
Yeah.
So
You do have those dandelions left over, and they were worth 10 gold each. And then you have the 24 gold from the lock thing, because you split it up.
what was I going to do? Either of y'all above table feel like you want either of the two items? Because I could go with or without any of them. Oh, actually, the eye, I think we should hold on to in case we run into a demon.
Sell the wand, keep the eye.
We could do without the wand.
Yeah.
If you want to use
and I
that.
still have all those things that we collected for the witch. What are they called? Dandelions?
Yeah, how many
Yeah.
of those?
They're worth 10 gold.
I know I had a
each.
bunch. I should have
You
written-
sacrificed, like, what was it, 4?
And a
Because you were buying your
fight.
time.
Yeah.
Or-
I
No,
had
you would still have the ones you fought with.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
I remember you guys
I
kind of
had-
disposed 4.
I had 10 of them.
She used one. We let her have one to
No, but she said
make
she
a
needed
potion.
4
Oh,
to
that's
make the
right.
potion.
4.
And you guys were kind of waiting until, and
Yeah.
her last ingredient was the
So
bad
that's where the
flowers.
ones we fought with went.
Yeah.
So that was the 4. So he had the rest. How many total?
There would have been 10 total, and she used 4. I would say you'd still have
We
yours.
have 6. Yeah, we have at least 6.
So if you sell those, that's 60 gold. So the question is, because you still got to buy a silver weapon.
Mhm.
I'm assuming you guys want to do that. I mean, you don't have to, but
I am buying.
it would
I
help.
am buying a silver sword.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
so like, how much are you trying to pull in?
I mean, do we use the dandelions to coat our weapons?
Could we
Do
could we
we-
talk to the blacksmith before we carouse?
Sure.
Okay.
That's-
I know you were
It's
carouse,
worth it.
but-
That's totally worth it because
But we can adjust the carouse amount, but we can't adjust the silver weapons amount. Maybe.
Yeah.
So
So let's go to the. This is the next day, right?
Yeah,
We're like
a
chilling.
day or two, whatever.
Yeah, so let's
Sure.
say like next day
Sure.
we're chilling. Let's go to town, go to blacksmith. Let's inquire about silver weapons. Shop around, see how much they are, and then we need to do the math from there.
yeah, because
I need a silver sword,
I would like one
at
too.
least that.
A silver something.
maybe some silver arrowheads. Maybe that's.
Let's see how much they are. I have to choose. I can't afford both, but at least one of them has to be silvery. So let us go to the blacksmith.
Well, I realized I forgot so quickly that you guys are at 7 out of 10. So if we spend 600 gold, you guys definitely level up 2? No.
No, you have to roll.
No, it's, yeah, because
you roll dice and then you add that +2. And then that determines how much experience you get.
Okay, so, oh yeah, my logic still stands then, because even if you roll a 1 plus 2, you get to the 3, which gives you guys
Guarantees
the 3
us to go
experience
up,
to,
yeah.
yeah.
So
okay.
you're all probably going to level.
Okay, let's go to the blacksmith.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
see if it's possible at all.
Let's
first.
inquire about how much this
Yeah.
stuff.
All right. He's pretty easy to find. He's the only blacksmith in town. You see this big furnace. You hear hammering. You see this burly dwarf with a red long beard and short red hair, kind of singed at some parts, as he's hammering away on an anvil at like this large sword that's kind of bigger than he is, and he's just hammering. Like, oh, every day a hammering, every day a hammering.
Good morning to you, sir.
Morning. What could I be doing for y'all?
We would like to inquire about some prices regarding some silver arrowheads or silver swords.
Or maces or coatings that would hurt a werewolf.
Oh, you too, huh? I just got word from Bauer, and yeah, that seems to be the craze right now. That's what I'm making right here, right now.
So how much would a sword, silvery sword, go for?
What kind of sword are you looking for? I got long swords, I got short swords, I got bronze sword.
Let me tell me how much a long sword will go for. Yeah.
Well, I added silver to it. So, that's gonna be, we got long sword, 9 gold, but with the silver, it's gonna be 11 gold.
Okay, not bad. And how about arrows with silver heads?
So for a bundle, if they want them silvered, I can do 20 for 3 gold.
Okay,
Is that what you like, sir?
let me think here with my friends for a minute.
What about a mace? A silver mace.
So mace is 5 gold. So adding silver to that, probably 8 gold. Now, I'm assuming you're buying this weapon, or are you wanting your weapons that you have to be laced in silver?
How much would it cost to lace an existing longsword with silver?
It's 3 gold per weapon or item, but you have to provide the silver.
Would you give a discount to someone who killed a werewolf and a hag who was responsible for poisoning your town?
That's a fun one there. Fun tale. But my prices are stern for reasons. I ain't getting swindled no more. Also, I got a lot of work ahead of me due to Bauer, so I'm already running discounts off of him, so kind of by order. I mean, he's still paying me a good handsome amount, but it's not my regular, rate, if you will.
I have a longsword. Would you buy it? How much would you pay for it?
Buy your longsword. I'd give you about 5 gold.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
How much for a silver dagger
To lace or buy.
to buy?
Daggers don't take that much. I could do that for 2 gold.
Mrs. Redcap is gonna buy a silver dagger.
All right. Luckily, I already had one of these already prepped. 3 golds, ma'am.
3. All right.
To a coat a mace with silver.
To coat a mace, it'll be 3 gold plus the silver. Looking about probably a gold's worth of silver, so 10 silver.
How many of these dandelions would it take to coat my mace?
take one because it's they're 10 gold. Well, for a mace because it's 10 silver. I know that prices, but like obviously the amount of silver, it's worth its weight in gold, so it would be
Okay.
I guess 100 silver's worth. So technically you do have the silver. You have 100 silver if you just want to use one of the daisies
Could I take one of the
or
dandelions?
dandelions.
Sure.
It would take away from our total, but we still have how many over
I mean,
600?
whatever we spend, it will take away from our total.
I would
because-
say
Right.
since it's 10 silver for the mace, then instead of that one, you would have, what was it, 6? You would have 5 dandelions worth 50, and then the other one's worth 9 gold. You know, if that makes sense, because he's melting away like 10 ounces of silver. So then you still got the rest that he could sell for X amount. It would be worth
So-
9 gold instead of, or 90 silver. Or you sacrifice the whole thing and like do that with your weapon. Honestly, that's not a bad idea.
If we do one dandelion, then we could coat all of our weapons. And
I mean, it
still
depends
have-
on the weapon.
Longsword.
Because if you try to do like a warhammer or something,
Well,
No, it's a longsword, a mace,
And
and,
a
a
dagger.
dagger.
would that be 10, 10, 10 for 30? And so it would still be worth 70 afterwards? Or would it be
70 silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow that. And it's gonna be 3 gold per item. I'll take the gold for Vern.
Yeah, that's worth it
We're
to
down some dandelions too.
actually fight a werewolf.
Yeah, you can write on your inventory. You have a silver. If you're getting it laced, then just add silver to your weapon, and it doesn't. It's not gonna change the modifier to it. It's
It just hits stuff
yeah,
that it didn't hit before.
Yeah, you'll actually be able to do damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I talk to the blacksmith, GM? Is he interested in staffs at all?
Do you want to get stabbed?
A staff?
I want to
Oh.
give up my staff and
Oh,
just use
sell a
2
staff.
daggers. Yeah, because I don't. It's not. I can't throw it. Like I'm just gonna get rid of it.
But I
Does it have any magical powers?
No.
I could do 5 silvers.
All right. Den,
Add 5 silver.
are you interested in any fur?
Furs?
Not necessarily, honestly, but if you're looking to sell some, there's a fine young lady who's all up in the tailor business just across the way.
Okay, Mrs. Redcap is gonna dart very quickly out and go to this place.
You see
Selling
a
fruit.
elven lady walking in, basically a clothes store with like fancy like clothes, dresses, and furs and all that. Hi, can I help you?
Hello, ma'am. I'd like to sell you some wolf fur.
Okay. About how much?
I don't know.
Think about like the pelts, whatever. Do you have wolf fur written on here?
I have fur written down here. I don't think we sold any of our stuff. Bauer kind of sent us on the mission. You know,
It was from before we got to Wardenwood, but we didn't. You're right. We didn't have time to sell.
I'm trying to open up inventory slots.
Fair. She looks over it. This is actually fine fur. It's fresh too. And the colors, they really seem pretty nice together. Let's see. I suppose I can go for give me a D20.
2.
You're gonna get swindled.
I just want to get rid of this slot. Like,
I can do it for 4 gold.
All right. You have a deal there, ma'am.
Thank you. This drunk bard is barding. By the way, music is brought to you by Syrinscape. Use it for all your TTRPG or board games or ambience music and sound effects. Syrinscape.
So now we're at 295 gold.
Anybody else penny pushing? Guess you could always ask somebody somewhere front. Maybe try to convince them that you're trying to make your weapon better and just short some cash on them.
Convince who?
The other 2 party members in your party currently?
Uric and
Vern.
Vern. What, did they have any money?
Maybe, I don't know. You never asked.
Vern, you got some cash on you, buddy? What you got?
Where are you? Like, are you still talking to the blacksmith?
Well, yeah, we are.
Oh, wait, no, you did the blacksmith stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you find Vern probably at Geed's hearth, just, talking to some elven lady. There we were, and she jumped out of nowhere, and then my friend, my friend Val saves the day, cuts her head clean off. You can still see it. It's over by, I think they're making it into a trophy as we speak. Oh, Val,
Yo, Vern, do you have any cash on you?
I mean, I hope so. I'm trying to work my magic here if you can't tell.
Okay, we need money, buddy. We're trying to prepare ourselves for, silvering up in case
I already gave you the
werewolves.
money for that. Is he asking for more?
How much do you have?
I mean, how much do you need?
Just tell me how much you have.
We're sitting around the 20 gold is. I mean, like, how serious is this?
That's it, 20 gold?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is that not enough? I'm not a bard. I can't just get up on stage and try to make some money. I know I sound like a Rodney a little bit, but I'm just trying to get my rocks off.
All right, so that puts us at 315.
He didn't say he was giving you the money.
We need you to contribute with your money, man. We're trying to do
How much are
something
you trying
here.
to ask for?
We only need 300
Only
for
300?
y'all to level up.
Okay, can I borrow 10 gold from you?
Give me a persuasion.
God.
That's Dex, right? No, charisma.
Yeah.
Roll 20 and give me your charisma modifier. And you're lucky I don't give you disadvantage.
You didn't even say hello to Vern before. Like,
I need money. I need money now. How much you have? All of it. Like,
I'm
bro,
on a
I'm
mission,
trying to
man.
eat and date this lady right here. You're
Right.
trying to take all my money. Like, what? How you
Trying to
doing
eat
it?
this lady right here. What?
Yeah, I was trying to eat and like get with this
Vern,
lady.
you
And maybe
seem
he
to
was that way.
forget
It's the
what we
wrong
came
bar.
here for, buddy. We came here for our town. For
I don't
Hope's
care.
Keep.
I mean, it's
16.
Guess I could spare 10 gold. Really?
That's it.
That's a lot of my. That leaves me pretty freaking broke.
We
but
will make more money. I mean, the opportunities are opening up here, bro.
fine.
I mean, we already, established
Either
relations with
he-
these people of the town. Hope's Keep is, depends on us. We're trying to do something here. It's a simple price to pay. I'm giving up all my gold.
He stands up, grabs you, and kind of walks away from the ladies. Okay. What? Jesus, don't coming up here like demanding money. What is wrong with you? He tries to sneakily kind of gives you 10 gold.
I'm just saying, you're
this
giving.
is your embarrassing me in front of the lasses.
Okay, I'm
God.
sorry. I apologize. But
Get
just so
lost.
I put this for you in perspective, you're giving up 10 gold. I'm giving up 116.
That's a lot of money. What
Of
kind
course.
of weapon are you buying?
I'm not buying a weapon for me. We all have to lace our weapons with silver
Jesus.
and get prepared,
I want my money back.
Fine.
But you do what you need to.
Well, when next time a werewolf is about to eat your face and I'll save you from it, then
I mean, I'll get a weapon too, aren't I?
yes.
Jesus. It's like, all right, just whatever. Get the money, get out of here. You're ruining my vibe. He turns around. Oh, ladies, just a bit of business. Some old friends. I can't believe them. I'm making investments here. So, hey, another round for the losses on me.
Before I walk away, I look at her. Ladies, don't worry. He is a fine gentleman. He will get you where you need to go.
Of course. And maybe then some. Okay.
So with his 10 gold, we are at 305
Total?
total.
Like with all of our.
Your gold, my gold, his gold, the 55
The rest of the
dandelions,
dandelions.
and the wand, $100.
We'd be spending everything, but you guys could level up. We could spend less, and I would level up, but y'all would need one more experience point. Feels gross, but y'all do what you want.
So you're saying we all level up, or you just
much-
level up and the rest of us?
You might level up depending on what we roll.
Ah,
But
if you
with
do
the bonus
so the 300?
for 300 gold, you will definitely, even rolling a 1, level up. But if we roll high, y'all are pretty sure to level up.
and if we spend less than 300, how much we're spending?
It'll
If
lessen
we-
your chance of.
If we roll a
roll
2,
better.
y'all still level up. But if we roll a 1, y'all won't.
Is that of a D? Is it a D6?
I think it's a D8.
It's a D8.
Okay.
Should we chance it?
For only 30 gold, that's actually kind of decent.
Well,
No, 300 gold.
it's 360 and then 30, right?
It's 30,
100.
100, and then 300. And then there's
And-
one for 600
Yeah.
gold.
So if we do nothing,
It's just a
it's
straight
total
die.
chance. If we do the 30 gold tier, we need to roll a 3 or higher for y'all to level up. If we roll this 100 gold
Yeah,
tier,
you get a +1 to.
then yeah, we need to roll a 2 or higher. If we do the 3rd tier, y'all definitely level up no matter what we roll.
So do you want to spend 100 gold only and try it?
Or spend all your money
If
and
we want to
roll
keep
the dice.
the gem.
All right. Well, then I guess you guys need D8. Roll a D8 and add a +1. And we'll go around the table and see what happens.
So we all roll?
Everybody individually. Roll a D8 and add 1. Pray that it's high. Miss Redcap, what did you get?
With a +1, it's 7 total.
All right. You gain 4 EXP. So if you go over, you go back to 0, but add the overage, if you will. So like if you're at 8 and you roll a 3 and you get 9, 10, erase it to 0, and then you're at 1 EXP. Yeah. You end up leading an entire tavern in a wildly insulting song about some noble that is very disliked. And you gain that much experience for him. I'm only doing this to like certain things, obviously. Yeah.
Yep.
Val, what'd you get?
I am happy to report that I got 7 + 1. That's 8.
Nice.
You gain 4 EXP and a luck token.
Oh, snap.
And like through the days, you survive a blindfolded knife throwing demonstration unscathed. There's probably some bard came into town and was like, "Hey, I need a volunteer," and you drunkenly got up there and he started throwing daggers at you while you're blindfolded.
Hit me with what you got. Show me what you got.
And yeah, unscathed, and you get which is probably where the luck token came from.
All right.
Tobin,
8. 7 + 1 for an 8.
Nice.
you end up doing the same thing at that same
get luck token.
The guy's like, I need another volunteer, because everyone gets drunk. He's like, I want to go, and you get up there and does the same thing.
I'm
You
like
get
drinking and
Protect me, I'll be fine.
You get 4 EXP and a luck token. So we have all caroused, and here's everybody's leveled up.
We are now at level 2, and we are ready to go back to Hope's Keep.
All right, it's been I'll say it's about a couple days. If anybody wants to tie up any loose ends here.
We should probably talk to Yurik and ask him what's his intentions now.
Yes, and let's go back by Geed's Hearth so you can heal
Arlen.
yes, Carlin.
Let's get a drink and chat with Yurik and see what he wishes to do.
All right, so I would say this is probably the next day still, because I assume you would do that like kind of immediately. And then I'll say the carousing stuff probably happened in a couple days after.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you make your way to Geed's Hearth and you see Alana. This next day, so mid morning. She's prepping up for the day, serving some early birds.
I'll wave her down, get her attention.
Oh, hi.
Yes, hi. May we see Carlin? I think my friend here can actually help him.
Oh, of course. This way. She leads you to the back and to upstairs and to like a quieter room. There, you see little halfling man, still bedridden, still looks pretty sick. Got a little washcloth over his head. His eyes closed currently. Carlin, love, I got some people here. They might be able to help you. They're the ones who I told you last night about the whole Drusilla thing. He wearily opens his eyes. Oh, okay. By all means, please. I'll take any kind of thing.
Restored. Yeah. Ends a poison or disease. That's DC 14.
Your intelligence. Do you have a negative to your intelligence?
Yeah.
You have to roll a 15 or higher.
Fail. 3.
Vern kind of looks at you. I was like, let me give it a try. 18.
I need a dice tower, man.
The DM is walking us through his campaign.
I need a dice tower.
So where Val has failed, Vern takes up the mantle. I was like, man, I can tell this has been a while for you. No, you don't mesh it in this. You mesh these kind of berries. And he makes this.
All right. Just heal the guy.
He meshes up like these berries and this kind of salve and whatnot, administrates it to Carlin, and immediately he does seem a little bit better. I say, get some rest, mister. It might take a little bit, maybe another day, but you should be up and ready in a few days.
Oh, by the way, Vern, here's your 10 gold.
Oh, thank you very much.
Mr. Carlin, if you could stay awake for a little bit. Do you know your children's religious affiliations?
You dare.
It was just a question.
This is a house of Geed.
It was just a question.
This is a house of Geed.
Okay, I guess Tobin might push Mrs. Redcap out of
I'm kind of stepping between you at least. Yeah.
We're all worshippers of Geed. Yeah.
Forgive this one. She's turned to one of the other ones. You catch my drift, but you focus on resting now. Geet is with you, watching over you, and she will restore you soon.
God bless you.
And
God
you.
bless all of you. No,
We'll watch your kids.
No, Ilana can handle that just fine. We'll be out of your hair. I'll usher.
He rushes her towards the door like this tiny guy just
Good
pushing her
night.
around.
Pushing her knees.
Sleep tight.
Now we go find Yurik.
it doesn't take too long. He's found a little place, and you kind of just probably ask around. It's like, hey, you seen this obviously sticking out as a Thor thumb elf? And someone points you kind of to like an open area was he's just kind of sitting there with his sword in the ground, dug into it, but up against a tree, his helmet off, and just kind of looking towards the east. He notices you all approaching.
Yurik, my friend. How are you doing?
Good, better.
Well, seems like we have delivered on our promise, I guess. We brought you somewhere where you might find an answer. So, what are you
Yes.
thinking?
I'm prepping, both mentally, physically, but I think we all know where my destiny lies. And he
Oh.
just kind of looks off to the east.
I don't wish to dissuade you, but we have grown fond of you and your company, but it seems that is a treacherous journey, and we do not wish you to put yourself at harm, but it's up to you if you want to go. But I can't help but warn you.
He kind of smirks a sad smile at your words, looks down. Treachery is all I've ever known.
Nevertheless, you have a chance at a better life.
I am still haunted even to this day. I know it's a long shot, but I need to know what has happened to my people. I feel it is the only way to lift this curse. These dreams haunt me every day. Every day. No idea what it's like to close your eyes and only relive the horrors that you may or may not have done. Seeing the same things and sometimes new things, but it's always close to the same things of just violence and treachery. I can't live like this.
I understand, my friend. We are going to head back to Hope's Keep with the nice folks from this town. You're always welcome to join us, but if you wish to seek out your answers, I can't get in your way. I just wish you good luck.
He sighs. I understand. I guess where our journey parts then.
Are Tobin and Mrs. Redcap there too?
I assume everybody there.
Yeah, we went with.
Mrs. Redcap is gonna start crying a little bit.
Aw.
She has a heart.
Yurik, if it gets too dangerous, you should turn back. You understand? You could wait for some scouts or something, get some reinforcements. I'm worried about you going out on your own here.
At this point, death would be a mercy.
Vern, how many torches you got?
I got a few. Approximately about 3.
Oh, 3? Okay, I thought he had more. Oh well.
I mean, he doesn't need the torches. I can offer him some money. I assume
I'll be fine.
Did he
Thank
get
you.
Did he get his sword silvered up or no? Part of our deal.
He wasn't a part of the math.
He
no.
wasn't.
Nope.
But he has magic in his sword.
Yeah.
We've seen.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
Are you sure? I can spare some gold if you want to acquire some silver weapons.
I have survived this long.
Okay.
I will be fine. I appreciate it. And you
All right.
guys have been good company. It's been a relief, honestly. I feel like I did owe you a due diligence for freeing me. But I must continue my path. And if it leads east, then hells or heavens be damned. I am headed that way.
I truly hope you'll find the answers you're seeking.
With
I do too.
with Mrs. Redcap tearing up I start tearing up too. Tobin steps up in front of Urix, looks up at him, and sticks a hand up towards him to shake his hand.
He would probably be like, he's still like sitting down, just kind of lean up a tree with like his knee up, legs spread out.
Well, he'll walk up and extend a hand.
He extends his hand, gives you a shake.
Mr. Urix, it has been an honor. Thank you very much for everything you've done for us and for Hope's Keep. If you really must go, may all of the four lords be with you.
Maybe they've always been with me. Maybe that's why I'm alive. Maybe that's why I'm tortured. Maybe it's all of them. He just sits there, kind of dazed for a second, shakes his head. Either way, I do appreciate the words.
No matter what, my friend, you know where Hope's Keep is. And if your path guides you somewhere near that area, you are always welcome. You have a home in Hope's Keep.
Indeed.
If I ever lift this curse, I might take you up on that. It's, again, nice to see anything else but the horrors I've had to live. But if I am to, in a sense, fulfill a destiny I only assume I've been cursed with, I need to get started. And at that, he gets up, grabs his sword, sheathes it, puts his shield on his back, picks up his helmet. It has been a pleasure and a privilege to be with you all, but I do believe I should be on my way.
I'll shake his hand.
He shakes it.
Farewell, my friend. We'll
May
see
your
each
God-
other again.
Indeed. May your gods be with you. And at that, you see him make his way outside the town.
What a lad. Great
Indeed.
warrior.
Quite the warrior.
Mrs. Redcap is going to take off her cap. Just put it over her chest.
Cue the sad music.
Mr. Redcap sitting there, all on his heart.
Yeah. It's like sunset goes as he walks towards the east.
There goes a he-elf. Brave and true.
Well, I guess we shall start our journey as well. We need to go see what's his name, Bauer, to tell him that we are ready to journey to Hope's Keep
Yes, it'll be nice to see home again.
and bring with us a friend.
Yes, some diplomats.
Yep.
Maybe we won't get lost this time.
Maybe. Let's keep. At least this time we have silver weapons.
Yes, although I hope we...
Come at me, werewolves.
No, we can do without any werewolves.
I'm just kidding. I
Yeah.
don't want to see them.
Yeah, there's at least one, though.
Let's talk to Bauer about it all.
All right.
All right. Yeah, you make your way to Bauer, probably, I guess, the next day. You probably call Pipit or one of the other guards, and eventually, you make your way, probably around noonish, to his office, where he greeted again, this time by himself. How can I help you all?
I think we are ready to journey back to Hope's Keep if you still want to join us.
Of course, I'm pretty much, I'll be ready by the morning. I believe we'll take off.
All right.
Getting the caravan ready. Got, of course, my personal army. And,
Nice.
We will buy rights, make our way.
All right. See, we're not going by ourselves.
Excellent.
Okay. We shall see you at the gate in the morning.
All right.
As we walk outside, I look at Tobin, Mrs. Redcap. I was like, it's going to sound really bad, and selfish. I'm getting used to this town. It's like, I don't have any reason to leave. Everything is safe and nice,
It is nice.
but
We should drink to Yurik.
maybe that will take my mind off of this because I'm getting too comfortable here.
I would be okay with another night at Geed's Hearth.
All right. Let's go hearth it up.
To the hearth.
To the hearth. Yeah, it's like, why do we have to leave?
I mean, above
You
table?
have your Geed situation going on here.
Yeah.
Everything is going on here. There's a library that will keep me busy.
All right. The next morning rises. You all get ready. You meet up to the front gate, get all your belongings and provisions ready, and you see this giant wagon where you see Bauer gets led into with Alora and about 6 guards, 4 on horses, the rest on foot. They have a wagon attached to a couple of the horses, and the other two are basically carrying the other carriage with Bauer and Alora.
2?
There's 2, yeah. There's
Okay.
4 horses. 2 are carrying like kind of like, back in the old day, those carriages that seated people inside. Yeah. There's that, and then there's one that's kind of like a big carriage with like a tarp over it with probably like some provisions or something.
Okay.
All right, this looks like a better accommodation than the trip over here.
It's much better.
This trip should go smoother.
Indeed, if you all are ready. And he kind of just peeks out the little window of his thing.
I guess we
His
hop in
cage.
one of the caravans, right?
Unfortunately, there's not enough room for you all.
Damn it.
But
All
we'll be
right,
going
we
at
walk.
the regular pace.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other guards with them
Yeah,
that
yeah.
have to walk.
I'll feel more comfortable. There's more people, so.
Yeah,
whatever.
so we've got more numbers now.
That's right.
Indeed. It's early in the morning, and
Like 6 a.m.?
yeah, so as soon as like the first light comes up and they kind of gather everything, probably like within that hour of prepping everything to really set off.
Okay.
So like probably 7-ish, I guess.
7 we leave. And this Zine has specific mileage for the hexagons on the map,
Yes.
right?
So the first 2 hours go, smoothly. They find the road. You see like one of the people he brought. There's a couple other people that were just kind of there. There might be like a couple that you didn't see that are in the carriage, but you can hear some unfamiliar voices every once in a while as you're making your way up there. All right, I need Redcap. Roll a d6 for me.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. You're trailing along. Everything seems to be fine. For first, 4 hours pass by. You're making your trek. Give me
4
another
total?
4 hours, yeah.
Okay.
And you see as they're walking, when the path seems kind of odd or like where you guys kind of like trailed off, whatnot, you see a couple of the guards start like digging, potent like big giant sticks. 2 of them
Smart.
would start hammering as they keep moving
Nice.
and kind of make like little
Nice.
signposts.
They're not taking chances.
And when they don't see, or when they see the road kind of like getting grown over or whatever, on the back of the furthest wagon, they let go basically a giant kind of rake thing that kind of just tills the land for it to kind of remake the road.
Nice.
They're already.
Yeah, it was much better
Establishing-
prepared than us.
Yeah. That's cool.
They don't mess around.
Giving your instructions of where it's at,
Yeah.
on the map. They're doing their best, but they see
I
the
guess
road.
me and Vern are assisting with the directions because
yeah.
we are.
You guys would have
Yeah.
done all this in Bauer's office days before.
All right.
It goes on. I need Val to roll a d6 for me. Natural 1.
God, shut up. Oh,
Is it natural?
natural one.
You had the worst, dude. Good. Good. All right, cool.
This was not edited. This is live. He said natural 1, and I got a natural 1.
Oh yeah, I'm leaving
GM
it
is
in there.
against us officially.
He's held our hand long enough. We're level 2 now. We got to take on the world.
What, a bunch of bugs attack us? We'll take a backseat and let the soldiers fight.
Yeah. Yeah, they're trained militant men.
He's rolling a lot of stuff. That doesn't look good.
Why is it always that? Why is it always that? Okay. So you guys are trailing along, and all of a sudden the caravan stops. And you hear one of the guards, or you see one of the guards puts their ear up to like halt everybody. As you're all just standing there, you start hearing just like weird guttural language happening. And it sounds like just one kind of boisterous sound as it's getting closer. But then you start hearing more, almost like a chant. But one saying something, and then you hear like a group kind of responding to it as it gets closer.
Towards us?
Yeah, it seems to be coming out from the trees
What is
or the
and
forest, if you will.
You said the caravan stopped with the all the guards?
Yeah, they stopped, and they're also listening and looking around. They start to like kind of brandish weapons.
Mrs. Redcap. Hide in the back.
This red cap will get out her dagger.
Pulling out my mace.
I got my new silver shiny arrows pointed out.
Vern also brandishes a bow.
I am going to stand behind the guards, though.
Fair enough. They start. It starts getting louder. You see one big, bulging, huge creature just bust out as it's just growls and starts sniffing the air. stops and looks at all of you kind of in confusion. Weapons out. Basically, you see a 7-foot hulking orc.
Full blood orc.
Just a full big orc. He's big, boisterous, and green, with some brown spots on him. Teeth, just like big 2 teeth, tusks, if you will, pointed up and 2 pointed down. Small beady eyes, small pointed ears. He's got like kind of like this makeshift like stick armor, if you will.
Okay.
And he's holding like a big club. You also see this guy is really like scarred up. He pops out and just looks at you all for a second. What, is anybody doing anything?
I'm cowering behind the guards.
I mean, he hasn't attacked or done anything. He's just looking. So I'm looking.
He's
while pointing my.
quite as startled as you are.
Yeah.
Finally says, well, what are you doing here? Me home. And at this point, you see 6 smaller orcs in similar fashions pop up out from behind him.
We're just passing through, traveling.
We could just pass each other.
We're just passing through. We're not staying.
Do you like gold, Mr. Orc?
Gold?
Yeah. If we give you 1 gold, will you let us pass?
Give me a charisma check.
Alright.
Let's say with advantage since they help.
19?
Let's see if you get a nat 20. Just cause.
Yeah.
17. All right, 19.
Good. Both are good.
Minus 1 is 18 total.
How much gold?
Give you 10.
10 gold?
He looks down at the other ones. Hold up, let me check his intelligence. What is gold? You show gold.
I'll bust out 10 golds shiny in my hands.
Give me another persuasion check with advantage. Okay, I'll give advantage because he's kind of persuaded, but he's also just as startled as you.
8.
More?
16.
We talked to Bauer.
No, I while I have the 10 in my hand, I take another 6 and just sprinkle them like this in front of him while the what do you call it? The sunlight sprinkle, like, hits them. Click, click, click. And he sees them and the pile gets bigger in one hand. That's all I have. That's all my gold.
Going to roll something for Bauer. Bauer, the door to the carriage busts open. Bauer tosses a sack to you. Maybe this will persuade him a little bit more.
Thank you, sir. Well,
You open up and it's 50 gold.
there's another bag and I open it and I just
Ooh, give me another persuasion. Charisma, add advantage.
50 gold.
Yeah.
15.
Okay, give me gold to go away. And at this, you kind of notice the other orcs are like, a lot of them, even though they have their weapons kind of holding and they're kind of shocked, they have like sticks and hay and stuff just holding and like under their arm. Most of them do. They're all just kind of like confused, waiting for their obvious leader to kind of see what he's about to do.
We're not going to waste time in a fight, so there you go. And I approach slowly and I give him like my hands full of gold.
Grabs it with his big hand, just like, whoosh, gold.
It's good.
You
Gold
go,
is
and
good.
he points his club in basically the direction you're already headed.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of just looks at each other.
I walk and past him and I keep looking at him with my, my bow in my hands, like with the arrow in it, like just looking and passing.
Yeah. They all kind of just look at you too as they all pass, and the guards also, kind of holding their weapons, like some half sheathing it and some keeping it still there, some just kind of fully just like definitely around the wagon with Bauer, but like just, beating their eyes on everybody. But other than that, you guys just walk along.
Yes.
Kind of awkwardly circle and then
You walk straight
like
and then they just
everybody don't touch it.
I rolled to see what they were doing, because that's another thing I love about ShadowDark is it gives you a table of like, not every enemy is hostile.
Yeah.
So I get to choose if I want to do this. Roll to see what they're doing, and they were building a nest.
Ah.
So he just kind of stumbled around there.
It's like you interrupted them while they're building.
He was giving some sort of long-winded speech to his friend, to his buddies, whatever. And then they were just trying to build a home.
Oh,
So if we passed through them where they're building their home, or passed by them where they're building their home, they're on the trade route now between Hope's Keep and.
As far as you know, I mean, it's really,
So
as far as they know, there's kind of their land is theirs, and you're just either a threat or food.
Right, but we didn't
Mrs.
have that conversation with them,
Mrs.
so we're gonna
Redcap.
stumble
Yeah.
across them again.
Mrs. Redcap is going to be like, now this is for protection of the road. Protect this road.
Road. And there you see them. Road.
Bro.
And they're just staring as you guys walk off.
At least they can contribute to the economy now. They have
Yeah, now they got money.
66 gold. I think.
now we got them hooked. If you talk to people
also
and
my-
take
yeah.
payment, everything moves normal, so they don't have to attack every time someone passes by.
Sure.
Also mark that gold off of your.
Oh yeah.
I'll
So
do one on mine because that's what I offered.
Say another 4 hours passes by where you all have to camp.
Another 4 would be
8. 4 hours passed and then 4 hours passed
2.
again. You can only travel up to 8 hours. So they set up camp. You see this kind of luxurious tent where Bauer and some of the other nobles, as you surmise, are with his party. Guards basically stand watch. They all start burning torches and whatnot, start burning a campfire, so you don't have to expend any torches for that. They got food and they start chopping. They open up the little tarp and you get to see some of the provisions that they have. A lot of wood, some meats and stuff. They bring it out and they start cooking some and start splitting it up against the people. Even you guys, so you
that's
don't
a
have to worry
much
about rations.
better way to
Sweet.
travel.
yes, this
Yeah.
is quite nice.
They all take watches, so unless y'all doing anything,
When it gets dark, I want to try my new spells since we're about to go to bed.
try your new spells. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you're just gonna shoot
Well, it's light, so I'm gonna step out
and it's not a
just
focus.
to the. Nope.
Alright.
If I have to succeed or to cast it, which I do, with a 16 total. So I'm gonna step away from the camp just a little bit, just to the edge of the firelight, and then I'm gonna hold up my holy symbol, and it's gonna start glowing with a light up to near distance.
Nice.
All right. How long does that last?
An hour in real time,
Okay.
but we're skipping ahead. So
All right.
Spell.
light.
Light. Okay. All right.
Cast
Yeah.
light.
I cast light.
Chill.
Yeah, I'll say
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about taking watches if you don't want to. There's plenty of guards.
Yeah,
that
there's
are
a lot of
happy to take
people, so
watch.
I'm not gonna worry about
Even
that.
if you do decide to take a watch, probably a guard will probably also stay up.
Yeah, I'm not taking a watch. Take advantage of the crowd.
I'll stay up a little later for what would be the first watch with a guard.
All right. All right. I'll let you roll a d6.
4.
Your night goes on uneventful.
Sweet.
2 hours pass. Eventually 3. 6 more hours pass. What else staying up?
Oh, I'm sleeping, man.
Sure.
Getting
No,
my strength.
For the go. It's a 4. Nothing happens. So the night goes on uneventful. You'll have a rather peaceful night out in the woods with this huge convoy.
Yes.
Nice.
Success. This is a better way to travel, man.
Definitely.
All right. As you pick up shop and you travel for basically another 2 hours. Yeah, you got about 2 more hours, so I'm gonna really make a check happen. I'll say after a while, you eventually make it to Hope's Keep.
Yes.
Nice.
Home. I can smell it. Ah.
It's just as you remembered it.
As soon as we can see it, Tobin's gonna rush ahead and just run towards home.
I can see the tower and it's still flowering.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Flowers are still blooming.
Are there more than when we were here last?
It's been yeah, there would be a couple more, a little more blooming for sure.
Cool.
As you're running Tobin, you see one of the guards on top, like, Tobin?
Yes, hello. We bring friends.
Oh, is that from the village?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Takes a minute, but eventually, they get the officials and maybe a council member or two. The doors open as you're all used to this. You guys basically parade in. The whole town is basically there, excited.
As heroes.
Yeah, extremely excited. You see some of the knights, obviously make perimeter checks. Eventually, they sit down. Dustthorn is dressed up in a rather, ornate clothing, probably the most ornate clothing you've seen in a while. He does not bust these kind of clothes out unless it's for like super special occasion, and it has been rare. says he put out this like magnificent robe of like all kinds of colors, purples and greens and whatnot. And he's standing at the forefront. You can see him with kind of a puzzled look of pride, but also worry, you know, like he's kind of, I guess, nervousness. As you kind of all make your way in, the caravan kind of settles in. Some people take the horses, you know, feed it to the trough, and there's some of them petting him, especially the kids, like, ooh, horses. Out comes Alora and Bauer. Immediately, Duran runs up. Greetings and welcome to Hope's Keep. It is with my great pleasure that I'm sorry, I haven't gotten your names. Bauer, Mathilde Bauer is my associate, Alora. And he names off some other names of the councils, some other nobles that happen to be with him. This is quite a interesting place you have here. And then he looks at the tower a little bit of ways. That is most impressive. And he looks back at Duran. Yes, welcome. I am Duran Duskthorn. This is my humble village. I see you've already met Val, Tobin, and Redcap and Vern. Yes, they have been very helpful. Where are my manners? We have well, it's kind of a tavern, as you see, and he looks over to the little Geed, temple, and you see Durjan kind of rushing up, kind of polishing some, plates and stuff, and sitting at like table real quickly, finishing it off. Really, stands up, kind of presents himself like, yes, I got food in the readies for all your men. We got some, feed for the horses. We don't have a whole lot of horses here if you can't tell. But welcome to Hope's Keep. After a while, the crowd kind of like settles down, and, the knights go and tend to their stuff, and they kind of unpack some stuff. And they bring the carriage, they start unloading provisions close to Duran's house and kind of just guarding it there. The others kind of, chill out and kind of relax for a little while they eat and take turns and probably like answer questions from like kids and all that stuff and from the locals. Duran takes basically Bauer, Alora, and some of the other nobles and the council that you see there, and kind of just go into his house for a while to obviously discuss a lot. Guys got some downtime? Anything you all want to do?
Yes, Tobin would have pretty quickly moved on to the tent, and probably would have already been helping with preparations for hosting in his tent, so he'd meet back up with Durjan. You see
Durjan frantically, putting out some stew and some, like little steaks here and like, some bread. You see some of the guards look at it kind of funny because they're kind of used to like a little more heartier meals, if you will, but they take it graciously as well. You got any ale?
Oh, of course, yes. I'll walk up behind Durjan. We have the Hope's Keep finest, I like to call it, and I'll fetch Tilly. She'll help. Distribute it.
She, as you can see, she's already there, like kind of helping serving, because this is a big moment. Once the word came out, everyone's kind of like,
Tilly or Tally?
Tally.
Yeah, Tally's there. Already serving up ales and tankards and other makeshift wooden kind of, cups.
Cool. I'll rush over and pat Durjan on the back. Good to see you again.
My God, it is a pleasure seeing you. You have to tell me everything.
Oh, I plan to, but let's show these new guests, these diplomats, our finest service in the name of Geed.
Of course. Yeah. And he kind of leans in. Everyone's clearly on their toes. We know how this is a big deal for this whole village.
Yes, and I'm very proud of you. You've done excellent, especially remembering to feed the horses.
Oh, of course. Thank you.
Yes. Keep it up. And I'm here now, so let's do this.
Yes. You guys get that all settled and all that. Redcap, what are you up to now that you've been away from your homestead?
Mrs. Redcap has left her hut unattended for a very long time.
It is rotten to the ground.
The kids shed on.
It's on fire.
Jordan Duskthorn.
That would be good
burnt
karma
into the
right
ground.
there. But, she's gonna check her hut, make sure nothing's missing.
Unsurprisingly, no one's been near your hut.
Still there gathering dust.
It's exactly how you left it.
And she's gonna start her cauldron up, I guess, and do some things. I guess it's near nighttime now.
Well, afternoonish, probably at this point with like
Okay.
getting there is like 2 hours of walking, and then the whole spiel of getting everybody in is probably a couple hours, and probably have like a little speech, just kind of real quick, and then selling the horses and all that, and people like asking you questions and this and that. And kids would have ran up to you like, "Ah, this is the ones that you deal with." Having to see.
Lovely.
I guess she's just gonna do her cauldron then, and go back to same old, same old.
Put a little open sign in front of her.
Yeah.
Back to the old.
Repairing, who
You can't
whatever.
see it from the outside because the glass is so fogged up from all the cauldron use.
Val.
Oh, me and Vern, we're gonna grab a couple of drinks and go to the town center, find comfortable spots and chill and watch. Just like people watching. We're chilling. It's like finally we finished the work. It's time to relax and just watch people freak out and have fun.
It's really odd, I must say. I didn't think I'd miss this place, especially that city, Wardenwood, as big as it is. It's homely.
Of course you miss this place. This is where, you have a bond here. I mean, I was getting comfortable in the other city too. I mean, it was really hard to leave, but, home is where the heart is.
Yeah. We both belonged in the wilds.
Of course, we have more freedom here.
Yeah. What do you think they're talking about?
Well, if I had to guess, they're probably drilling our, leader for the stuff that he gave us to show them, how he came to acquire it and all that stuff and the names and the history. I'm pretty sure they're trying to find out. But, they'll get to know each other and hopefully cement the relationship. So this way, instead of going hunting, we can, go back and forth between here and
Do a proper
That's
trade.
how-
We haven't had a proper trade
Yeah.
since Haven's Harbor.
Well, that brings the question, if we're gonna do proper trade with these people and we become connected, we have to have a secure, open road directly there. I mean, we can't travel the way we traveled, guessing.
That is true.
So that's gonna maybe they will have to figure that out somehow.
I mean, they did a fine job of just
Oh, yeah. So
coming here, honestly.
I'm pretty sure they will have ideas how to do that and secure this road so we don't get lost and guess our way back and forth and orcs and stuff.
Yeah, that was odd. I'm not gonna lie.
Because that will make life easier. Instead of hunting around and doing stuff, we just travel back and forth and exchange goods.
I'm going to come up now holding 2 tankards and offer one to each of you guys.
Ah,
Thank
Here you go,
Tobin.
lads.
thank you, Tobin. You read my mind.
Of course. I got a little break from playing host, but
Of course.
I did want to say thank you both so very much for everything you did there on our little journey away from home.
You see, didn't you have fun? You were doubting in the beginning.
I like Wardenwood. And I'm glad that we established this meeting,
Perhaps now we can build a proper Geed temple or something like that instead
Yes.
of this tent makeshift.
Yes. Eventually some wood or even stone walls would be quite nice.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'll leave you all to it. I need to
Indeed. Wow. Thank you.
yes,
Thank you
yes, of
much,
course.
Tobin. That is very good, very kind of you.
Well, you've done plenty for me on this journey, especially you, Vern. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Likewise.
He'd be with you,
Yeah.
and he'll take off.
Takes a sip of his tankard and whatnot.
Yeah, we take a sip and we enjoy the moment. Like finally we're relaxed.
Eventually, night kind of falls down. Trying to do anything?
Oh,
Night or
I got one more thing,
okay.
if no one else.
I'm gonna go to my tent or whatever hut where I live. Sleep.
Nothing tonight.
One thing tonight.
Okay.
So as Mrs. Redcap is chilling and cooking some cauldron stuff, she's gonna get a little knock.
Yes?
Mrs. Redcap,
Miss Redcap is gonna open the door. Tobin's voice.
hi. Mrs. Redcap. Can I come in for a second?
Oh, sure. Yes. Yes. You're always welcome, dear Tobin.
Yes, thank you. And I'll step in, kind of look around and like recoil a little bit. And then,
Jeez.
so I know we have always been a little on different sides of a fence, with who we put our faith in, but I have to admit, Mrs. Redcap, that I enjoyed having you on our journey, and I wanted to thank you for all of your help.
Well, you already thanked me, Tobin. I fell multiple times, and I think you saved me there.
Well,
So thank you.
It was worth it, and it doesn't matter who you put your faith in, you are still a member of Hope's Keep, and I wouldn't let you die. So, anyways, if you ever consider wanting to maybe switch gods, come see me.
Oh, I'm pretty set in my ways, Tobin. But would you like to go for a stroll tonight? Maybe commit some minor crime?
No crime for me, thank you.
No?
And you probably shouldn't either, but
Oh,
we have guests here, important guests in town.
right. There's a lot of distractions.
Important business being
Commit
attended to,
arson.
yes.
I don't think that's wise. That people
Yeah,
are
let's
coming.
burn down Durin's house.
Oh my god.
I want to read something. That's what I want to do tonight.
Well, please do try to stay out of trouble,
Do
Mrs.
you
Redcap.
know? Do you know where the old books are?
I imagine they're in Durin's home somewhere, probably where his father was, but
Where's the last place you saw Darren?
heading into his home.
No, this
Oh,
is
shucks.
this is gonna this is gonna go south real quick.
Okay, I guess I'll sleep on it. I guess I'll sleep.
Yes, that it would be smart not to mess up our diplomatic mission.
But Tobin, we need to know these things. Durin is keeping things from us.
Yes,
Well,
I
not for long.
suppose. But at the same time, we are still here in the situation we're in. With or without that knowledge, I mean, it may lead to something else, sure, but I don't see it getting rid of the darkness in the world.
Okay, I won't do anything tonight, but just keep your head on a swivel, Sonny.
And you as well, Mrs. Redcap. Have a good night.
Good night, dear Tobin. I love your visits. I love it when you visit.
Ah, yes, I'm glad to hear it. Good work out there. And he'll shuffle off.
It's awesome how like within 5 seconds like went evangelical on it. It's like you want to switch?
Yeah. You ever want to swap guys?
Consider reading this book.
Yeah.
And she's trying to recruit him to.
Yeah. We're going to go commit some crimes.
It's like the war of the conversions.
Right.
The morning comes. People are getting slowly back into their regular routines. And before any venturing party actually begins, you see Durin goes up to the bell and hits it. Waits for everybody to gather in the center. He gets up on a little, now that you see he built a better, like, what do you call it? Podium. Like a little stage kind of near the center, not in the center. He waits for everybody to gather around. And besides him, you see both Alora and Bauer. Good people of Hope's Keep. I have good news and some troubling news that might come to you. First, I'd like to start with the good news. In the hopes of keeping hope in Hope's Keep, Mathild Bauer has agreed to create trade and help us build our little village into a brighter, better, stronger fortitude, a proper city, if you will. He has also graciously lended out his hand and even has asked us if we would wanted to move into Wardenwood. Now, I can't speak for everyone here. This is a decision you will all have to make. And we have time. We have plenty of time, as obviously we gotta do a lot of road work, but there is an option. And I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot of talks with you. Some more than others, some probably already made up your mind. You hear a bunch of murmuring going on in the crowd. But that's all well done and said, and they are willing to help with some provisions, and we are willing to trade. And they even will help us with hands, people with crafting, to help build a city if we wish to maintain this here at Hope's Keep. It is very homely, especially, and he points to the tower, with such a great blessing sign. But there are a few contingencies, which I and the others, the council, even my father, have decided to agree upon. And I don't see a whole lot of reason for any of you to honestly fight against. But one of their contingents is they wish to study the temple, as they've called it, under Hope's Keep. I have allowed this. We haven't traveled much into there. We've had a few parties go in, but obviously we're not the strong types here. But hopefully they might be able to crack some mystery that we've failed. Hopefully it doesn't destroy this keep. You hear a lot more murmurs, like gasps. They calm down. It's only a possibility and a lot of theory work. Trust me, we've been up all night, and you see he is kind of worn down. Obviously, probably spent a long night.
I haven't slept much.
Yeah, conversing on these matters. It is possible that the source of this blessing could reverse if they think what is really holding this place up is it. Can you see him stutter for a second? If what they say is true, this place may truly, truly be cursed. Or it might have an opposite effect and blossom. Or we can always just not touch it and just build around it. But who knows, after 10, 20, 100, a century, a millennium, 1,000 years, who knows, it might come back. Another evil might come back to destroy this place again. We have no clue as of right now. So I believe it is in our best interest to allow them to go down and see what they can figure out. Of course, they're not going to act upon it unless they have no choice. We've agreed upon that, and with writing. And he looks to Bauer, and Bauer just nods his head. And now to more imposing matters. I am not who you think I am. You all know me as Duran Duskthorn, but that is not my birth name. My true name is Durek. Durek Bittermold. And you hear some gasps.
Okay.
From the crowd kind of happen, like, huh? Some confusion. Some of you have heard the tales that, yes, my family was a great, great empire. We ruled for centuries, and though they are not tales, these are true in the before times. When the Great Calamity happened, my family was driven into madness. There was only one group, me being the lone survivor after eons and eons of essentially separating. We were, from the great tales, protected by the other empires, but eventually we lost our way, and the other royal families started losing by the millions, their kingdom, to what we all know as the Gloaming is now. We were tossed around. First, we were protected as if, very important people, but it finally dwindled down to us just being basic survivors. I don't know when they changed our names, as it has changed from my tellings for centuries ago. And for moments, I thought these were fairy tales, but I've seen artifacts that do link me to the Bittermold family. I have heirlooms and artifacts, powerful artifacts that connect me to that home. I do not know what truly has happened to my family, but I've heard the stories. They were driven into madness. And from my understanding, across Finnemere Lake to the north, there is still a barely standing ruins of my keep, my empire, the land that was stolen from me by this great evil. It was a part of the contingencies of them helping us that I make this apparent to all of you so that you know that, yes, I do fall from a bloodline that may or may not have caused the gloaming, these creatures to come. I honestly don't know how. I don't know if I can reverse it. I was never told these things. I just have ancient diaries, ancient books that are very hard to read. Me and the council members have been deciphering it for generations. But in the spirit of helping this village, I am willing to shed the protection of my false identity and come to you as Durek, the Bittermold.
Interesting turn of events.
He pauses for a moment as you start hearing a bunch of murmuring, people kind of talking like, is Bittermold, that's a real thing? I've never heard of this. No way. We can't trust him now. Why didn't we trust him ever? He lead us here. And he just all mix of emotions, feelings, and, just distraught between the crowd. And you all are just assuming in the crowd listening to all this.
Oh, yeah.
If there's any objection to any of this, my door is open. I just wish you grant me the permission, and for yourselves, to take the day and soak it in. Again, this is a good thing that we have here, and he points to Bauer and Alora. This is a good thing moving forward, and I truly hope my identity doesn't deter you from Hope's Keep or making better with this Wardenwood or anyone here. It was in my best interest to go under this falsified identity. As some of you may or may not know, the name holds a curse, whether you know it or not. It is kind of a pinpoint of the calamity that I've been trying to figure out and trying to fix. But it is clear to me that is beyond my power at this moment. But I do know that the key does eventually hold into that keep. With that being said, would you like to take the wheel? And he backs up as Bauer stands up front. It is true. Your leader here is a Bittermold. Those of you who do not know, there were a great family that apparently this primordial or eldritch believed to be God has overtaken essentially the entire lands, but specifically pinpointed to the Bittermold Keep, a fortified fortress. We haven't been there in years, and I wish to never see the place again myself. With extensive discussion with your village leader here, Durek, I've found it in our best interest. He's stand-up guy from everything I can acquire from him. We do plan to go down into your keep here to find out what is the true cause of this growth. Then he points to the tower. And if there's anything else lurking in there that might be of interest or great threat. I was told by the diplomatic adventure party who Durek has sent that
investigators.
that when they went under there, they fought a creature called a bogthorn. This is very worrisome, as those have not been outside of the Bittermold hold. So it is of great interest, not only to us, but for the safety of this keep, that we go down and investigate with a proper investigation. My friend Alora here, and he points to the mage, elven lady, is great with power when it comes to this type of sorcery, this darkness. I believe with her help, we can help solve some of this mystery. The true matter, though, does lie in Bittermold Keep, but that is quite the trek, and we dare not cross Dinnermere Lake. Last time, we've sent literally the last of our ships, 5 to date, and they have never returned. The last one, with one sole survivor, with his life, says those ships never met land. He saw too many bodies, too many wreckages just floating, almost like a warning. Probably in the middle of it by his coordinates is hard to really tell, but clearly there is a darkness in that lake, which makes the journey to Bittermold very, very, well, long. Your friend, and he points to you three, four, I guess, with Vern. They have set their friend, who I believe has spawned from the bottom here, in that direction. But for now, I can only speculate at this moment what's to come in the days. We will be making preparations, and as I said, as Derek has said, take your time, stew on it. We are inviting our hand out if you want to leave this keep and come to our already built Wardenwood. We can house about 300, and as I could see, there's about the same amount here as we have at Wardenwood. The walls are higher, a little more fortified, but we are also willing to open trade. We leave this decision to you, to all and any. You hear more murmurs going on in the crowd. And with that, I'll take our leave. And Durak comes up. Please, everyone, just stew on it. Don't make any hasty decisions. There's still much to discuss. But other than that, just please back to your normal routines. Thank you. And they all get off and kind of make their way back to Durek's house.
And if anybody wants stew on it, stew, we'll have it at the temple tent.
Yes. Durgan speaks to him.
Durgan, let's make stew.
Goes off.
Me and Vern were just standing there and look at him.
You see Vern kind of just jaw dropped.
And we're like, that's a lot to chew on, huh?
It was a lot of information on him.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's crazy. That lore drop about Durek Bittermold is nuts.
well, seems they have invited us to another adventure, sort of.
Mrs. Redcap looks down on the ground. Shun, did you hear that? The
Well,
secret was revealed.
Opens up and reads it. No.
Mrs. Redcap is ecstatic. She's just excited about this because the secret was revealed.
well, seems like we're gonna hit the road soon again.
I mean, Jesus, that was a lot to take in. Gidis, that's a lot to take in.
Taragnus.
For Taragnus' sake.
Wait, that's something about this place being cursed? Did I hear that right?
Well, if I heard it right, that Buckthorn seems to travel. Seems like they're not supposed to make it this far here, so I think they are suspecting or trying to figure out how they got here. So, they seem more equipped and more expertise at finding out. So I'm gonna let them do that. That's for sure. But in regards to the other quest they wanted us to participate in, well, I'll say bring it on.
Gotta travel all the way to the Bittermold Keep? I don't even know what that is. And if what he's saying is true, that is quite the task.
Well, everybody else says the same thing about us journeying all the way to Wardenwood. I mean, when we made it.
Jeez, I suddenly wish Yurik hadn't left.
There's a difference between a legend and the actual real life, seeing stuff for yourself.
I mean, I guess so. You are kind of a legend yourself. You basically brought the ruin to Nighthaven Harbor.
And you are correct. I'm just kidding. Yes, but
I'm just kidding. I barely survived that.
Yeah, barely survived that. Well, the options are simple, We can move to Wardenwood and retire there, or stay here and get bored, or do something fun.
I mean, you're right. I am ready for adventure.
I'm sure Mrs. Redcap will make Shun proud by participating.
Well, he did basically call us out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get me some stew and probably some of the strongest stuff.
And stew on it.
He gets up and
Stew on it, stew.
Makes his way to the Geed shack.
The temple tent.
Templeton. Yeah.
Would Mrs. Redcap know that Jordan Bugskeep is the son of Duran?
Oh,
She'd
that
know that
gets
yet.
That gets way juicier.
Yeah, because you've overheard that rumor. And I guess that's when it dawned on you, because you probably just saw kids and you're like, oh, this kid. So now you know.
But now you know he's Jordan Bittermold.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't. Anyway.
So Jordan Bugskeep was his
Fake name.
last name that he was going by. But yeah, so she might try to find Jordan.
You actually find him kind of in a corner, kind of in the similar corner where you found him originally.
Okay.
And he's got a bucket of water.
Mrs. Redcap,
Following
giving
the-
a child fire starter is one thing, but like a cursed child getting a fire starter is just a whole nother level of
You see him
messed up.
That's chaos.
Yeah, that is some chaos. You see him he's got the bucket of water, but he's up against like some hut, probably a friend's hut or an abandoned one that's no one's seen anyway. And he's just actually whittling away at a stick, but it kind of looks like he's making a flute.
Hey, Mr. Jordan, how are you doing?
Oh, hey, what's up, Mr. Redcap? Nice to see you. I'm glad you're still with us. And I've heard horrible stories. The kids will stop saying that. Yeah, they're all probably dead. And like the next day, it's just horrible. I was like, no, they'll probably make it. And you guys did. I'm so excited.
I appreciate your enthusiasm. You're so young.
We're just trying to, touch base with everyone. Did you hear what Duran said?
Yeah, he told me last night or this morning. He went to bed this morning. That's why we had this. It's about midday, by the way.
Mhm.
He kind of told me this morning. I didn't really understand it. He hasn't been teaching me the books. He says I'm still too young to know that history. But he's been training me on survival stuff. He finally allowed me to create fire. He was pretty surprised when I already pulled out a tinder.
Well, Taberteef doesn't always keep a good lock on his door, so we don't know where you could have gotten that one. But
I didn't tell him. I said I just found it outside.
good boy.
Now, Mrs. Redcap would like to try to see if she could tell if he's cursed. Or like the bitter mold thing got to him. I don't know if she could tell if there's anything wrong with him or not.
I guess give me a wisdom.
Wisdom 3.
He looks like he always has, a kid, 15-year-old
Okay.
kid.
All right.
Looks like a bitter mold.
I don't even know what that looks like. Except for, I guess, these
Right.
two.
Well,
She's like, well, Jordan, you stay close to town. You listen to your dad, okay? I don't always like him, but you should probably listen to him during dangerous times.
Of course.
Except about the fire thing. Listen to me about the fire thing.
Okay.
Remember your water.
And remember your water. And don't,
And he pats the bucket.
whatever you do, don't burn the book. The ancient books, okay? Those are really, really important.
Yeah, I've only saw it once.
Okay, all right.
He just kept saying, someday I'm going to teach you about this and our path. And it's going to sound very, very fairy tale-y, but it's true. And he's always like, I want you to know it's true. And it took me a while to actually believe in it. But I say something about a ritual, but I don't know.
Well, it's always good to be curious, Mr. Jordan.
Yeah, I guess so.
How are you doing with the fire?
I've gotten better. I can show you right now.
Yeah.
He starts digging up a little spot, putting little stones together and getting some sticks that he kind of already had there, and starts. He actually makes a fire. Pretty nice fire.
Glad that you got the pail of water here and that you started it right quick. Very good kid, Mr. Jordan.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
So I gotta go back to my cauldron or something now. You just keep on keeping on.
Oh, I did kind of acquire this, and I wanted to give it to you. Don't tell anybody. It's probably best that they don't know. And he hands you a ring. a golden ring with a red ruby on it.
Mr. Jordan, where did you get this?
Maybe I've acquired it from some of my dad's belongings. He said it was a special ring, but I don't know. He's got a lot of special rings. He didn't seem to care that much.
So,
I doubt he'll miss it.
Mr. Jordan, they said that the bitter molds are all cursed, right? But
Are we?
they said he might be protected, but then we've got this bogthorn here. I don't know. I wouldn't always trust all of these objects from your dad. I would ask you to hide the ring back where you found it. I would just keep it for me.
Are you sure? I mean, I already got the tinderbox, and I kind of got it. So you see, you scratched your name on it.
What?
Oh, so I have something to gotta remember you for.
Chaos.
I don't know.
Pure chaos.
So let's talk about the good kinds of secrets, Mr. Jordan, and the bad kinds of secrets, Mrs. Jordan, okay? When you do something that could be looked down upon by others, you need to keep it secret, okay?
I mean, nobody knows about the ring.
But they could know, like just a glance from your dad on somebody's finger. Oh man, I can't take this.
I mean, I never seen him wear it.
Well,
He just keeps in the drawer and other rings and
why
gets
don't-
all gusty.
why don't you just keep it for now, okay?
Fine, if you say so.
I've lived my life. I've seen all kinds of rings. Mr. Redcap gave me a ring once. Didn't turn out well then. So I just don't trust rings. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back to my culture.
Got real complicated real quick.
You don't have to give me anything, Jordan. Old people are supposed to give young people things. Okay. That's how
Okay,
it's supposed to work.
I'll put the ring back.
Thank you. You're a good boy. Shooting the vial. Bless you, John.
Nice. With that, unless anyone else is doing anything, end the day.
We're going to play host again because Tobin's happy to be home and wants to show off his temple tent like he saw the Geedhearth showing off.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go find what's his name, Bauer.
You approach the door, and there's two guards, and they just kind of cross their swords, like they are not to be bothered tonight. That was what they told us.
All right. Well, can I leave a message?
One looks at the other. Sure.
Tell him that Val would like a word with Bauer at his earliest convenience.
Understood.
Thank you. And I'll walk away.
Day passes in the morning. Eventually, everyone's getting back. Everyone's got like this weird sense. It's a strange vibe now, but they're
Yeah.
slowly getting into work.
The mood was killed.
The mood is people are kind of like,
Bummed out.
yeah, I want to say bummed out, but they're very perplexed and
Lost in thought.
lost in thought, and
They have a
like,
lot of choices.
yeah, it's you see a couple people, they're just already packing.
Yeah, we're out of here.
Yeah, like when do we leave?
Right.
The road is open. They can leave right now.
Other people are like opening shop, and they kind of like you can tell like their mind is not in their activity. They're just kind of doing that activity to kind of get their mind off of it.
Yeah.
And like they might mess up on something, and like the sign drops. They're like, oh yeah, duh, I forgot the back and screws or nail or whatever. It's a slow start. It's a slow morning start as everyone's kind of just still stewing, even over the day and into the night. Some people just drank it away, and now they're having to deal with that reality. Some people are getting up to and getting going, and like, I just need to hunt. I just need to, get out in the wild. Other people are like, man, maybe I should just take the day off and figure out my life, kind of thing. It's like I said, the whole town's in a bit of a weird funk. I would say Durgeon would come up to you. He's like, Tobin,
Yes.
so you've told me a lot. I assume you.
Yeah, I filled him in.
I must say, that's wild. So you actually saw a werewolf?
A werewolf, a hag, a giant orc, a crazy man with a bunch of goo on his face. It was pretty terrifying out there, not going to lie to you.
But the city.
Oh, the city was wonderful. Durgeon there. Geed's hearth. It's what we wish the Tipple-tent were.
Hey, should we just move?
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
we
Wardenwood is really nice. It is. It's great. It's bigger. It's more fortified. It's got the hearth. But we have Geed's blessing at this tower. I mean, she grows food for us faster here than we would out in the soil. I mean, it's a hard decision to make.
It is, but I mean, after what that man said, Bauer, I don't want to sound blasphemous, but do we really know this is Geed's doing?
I'm pretty sure myself. It's where I got the sign from her to go on that journey, but I suppose it's always possible somebody else gave me that sign.
Well, I'm with you either way. If you want to stick it here and, like they said, maybe we could build a better Geed hearth.
Yeah. I mean, we have been trying to convince Tally to merge for quite a while. Maybe she'd listen.
Yeah, I think she's on the verge of it too. She's been by a lot more often. I mean, I know the whole ale and mead go hand in hand with the tavern, obviously.
Definitely.
But it would be, that's a lot of work. But I mean...
We could turn the tent into a patio.
Oh, that'd be nice. Ooh, a patio. I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Yeah.
Except for that makeshift, that George over there has got, you see like a little hut with like a little makeshift.
A couple of sticks holding up some more sticks.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, his famous patio.
Maybe you can check with Geed's Hearth in the other town and see if they can franchise.
Yeah.
I would like to see this place, though. If it's as amazing as you say, I think I could use the inspiration and, help build this place. But
Yes, it is quite nice.
of course, I'm going to wait till the roads are a little bit safer, of course.
Yes, and there's now orcs about halfway between here and Wardenwood who are
That
setting
is
up a home.
Most troubling.
Um,
I mean, they didn't hurt you, so I...
yes, we paid, our diplomat friend paid them a lot of money, though.
I
But
guess
yes, worth the travel if you avoid the orcs.
I mean, I'll definitely, hopefully someday I can get over there. It'd be nice to see that. And then, I mean, they're going to be trading, so I'm sure there should be some opportunity to come across that.
Yeah, if you want to take your turn on a pilgrimage to Geed's next closest temple, I might hold the tent down.
Yeah, we can also get Frederick. He's getting pretty good at it. You see another disciple, if you will, helping with the stew and preps. I've started showing him more. He's seems more willing and eager, especially, ever since the tower got, brighter. He's definitely been fully devoted.
He's even remembering the silverware.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And he sometimes forgets the spoons. I'm like, how are you going to forget a spoon? Like, there's a lot of stew.
Yes, it's the main thing we make.
Yeah, I think he gets overstimulated with the joy and, forgets the little things like that.
That is understandable.
Yeah.
I know when I was around his age, I was just getting started in Geed's liquid mirth, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's stealing little, cups here and there when Tally's not looking.
Nah.
Can't really blame him.
No.
It's Geed's way.
Yes, and the world we live in is much better with it.
Indeed. Well, I guess I'll just start getting breakfast ready then.
Right, I'm gonna go pray, and I will exit and go to the tower.
I guess if nothing else is going on, eventually a guard rouses you all to go to Derek's house. Derek's. Let's you all
Yes.
try and do something.
Let's go to Derek's.
Yeah,
Derek.
let's gather up.
Oh, I guess now his name is Durek.
Derek. D-U-R
Yeah.
apostrophe E-C-K.
Well, I wrote that wrong.
Derek.
Direct.
A direct line to the bitter.
Yeah, direct line to the better cursed mall.
Now boarding. Direct. Bittermold.
You all enter, and at the table, you just see Bauer, Alora, and of course, Durek. Welcome, friends. I hope all is well. Everybody feeling at home, I hope.
Of course.
Yes, it's
Nothing
good
has
to be back.
changed.
Can't complain. So they're about to begin their expedition under the keep. I don't know if you all wish to explore that.
Under the keep?
If yeah, they said they don't need help, but I just wanted to extend it to you all at this moment. They did find word that they've been attacked recently.
In their town?
Yeah.
By who?
Nearby bandits, apparently. Bauer's like, yes, we got message. They probably knew we were leaving. Maybe they saw our caravan. Maybe someone told them, and he looks at Alora. She remains expressionless.
Do you wish us to go back and assist in your town, or do you need us to help you here?
Alora seems very confident in being able to figure out what's down here. Obviously, we're not going down there unarmed or alone. We've got guards here. One of the nobles has a few tricks up their sleeves. But if you feel like you wish to explore down here, I'm not going to stop you. It might help. I mean, we've been down here once. It might be boring. I don't know. But, I mean, if you want to venture back to the town, I mean, that's also up to you.
Well, I would like us to be used where is most necessary. I'll leave that to you.
Durek also pops in. Yeah, I mean, you guys could also just wait here. I also heard about the whole orc thing, and I'm kind of worried about that. There's also something south that's been bothering me. One of our scouts as of recent has found a cave, but seems to be littered with carcasses. It's actually south of Wardenwood that might be linked to the attack with the bandits. I'm not sure. It's really up to you all what you wish to do. I wouldn't want to expend any. You guys have done me in this whole keep way more than I could have ever asked for.
Well, I'm glad to help, but I'll leave it to the rest of my friends here.
Bauer steps in. Yes. I mean, I'm fully confident in us going down here. We could use you all over there, but I know it's a travel. But you might also learn something down here. It is.
What are you thinking, Mrs. Redcap?
Don't know. I kind of want to get answers fast about this temple.
This temple? Oh, you mean the keep?
Well, whatever's underneath Hope's Keep.
Ah, yes. I mean, don't we all? Also, sorry, I forgot to mention about this, but we deciphered the runes on the letter that the hag had acquired from this Victoria. It tells of a fight with a serpent-like creature in the far northeast. I believe from this letter, that's how she lost her cubs. I believe she's in that area as well. I don't know. Her name seems to be Victoria. But your sightings with another werewolf down here makes me worrisome if that's possibly a child. She was definitely changing children into pups. I do not know how successful she has been. But as it stands, there are still 5 children missing. And we haven't heard any word of this werewolf. So that is still very worrisome.
Definitely a lot to think about and consider.
Yes. Derek pops up. Yes, and I'm not trying to run you out by any of the means, because as far as I'm concerned, you all are pretty much a key piece in the survival of Hope's Keep. For sure, you've, again, done more than your fair share here just on the day-to-day, but also in the past couple of days, it has been a true blessing to witness all this and meeting Bauer and his companions, and also getting this heavy weight off my chest. As you know, I am a bitter mold, which I am willing to venture off to this new city as well once their work here is done, to hopefully learn a little bit more about this keep. I've never been there myself, but if it still stands, maybe I am a key to unlocking something.
The bitter mold keep?
Yes, but that is.
I was curious about that too.
It is a dangerous, dangerous trek, and like you said, we can't cross Finnemere Lake, so we would have to go basically in the direction Urex, the knight, have left. But Bauer here is saying it is dangerous. Bauer cuts in, as far more dangerous than you have any idea. Once you cross the bridge, maybe perhaps even before, you might find horrors beyond your wildest nightmares. It is a dangerous trek out there.
Well, should we venture that way?
With me? You're asking me? Well, I mean, I don't know, Val.
I know Mrs. Redcap would like some fun and chaos.
Elder Bauer, can you communicate with Wardenwood at all?
Yes, it will take a day or so, but we might be able to do that.
I'm saying we could send a message. At least make sure that a message gets back down to them.
Sure. What? Who and what exactly?
I don't know. We could carry a message if you want to update or ask questions. Maybe the scouts could do it, but with those orcs there, I didn't like the way the road looks.
Well, it seems like we have many directions to choose from and many missions. I'm gonna defer this to our chief, Durek now. As our chief, I'm gonna ask you to assign us to what is more strategically important.
He looks down and takes a deep breath. It's hard for me to even say. I just wanted to relay this information to you all so you can at least, obviously you don't have to make any decision, especially this hard today. They still have to make preparations for leaving and building trade. We still have our diplomatic meetings to attend to. And then the excavation of the keep, it seems. And then, of course, the trek back. So they'll be here for at least a 10-day. So you all can at least take some time to think this over.
Fair enough.
Kind of reconvene whenever you all come to a decision if you'd like to unfold some secrets here. I have some secrets I need to unfold as well with their help. This one, he points to Alora, is very capable with deciphering old, ancient artifacts and books. So there's probably going to be a day for that. And of course, we still have to do our day-to-day. And I'm trying to I'll eventually get some of the hunting gathering parties to maybe up their ante a little bit to kind of also give a trade. Send some provisions back, of course. In good standing, of course. He looks at Bauer. He nods. Much obliged, yes. That's pretty much all I want to say. My door is open for questions for you four. So if you ever need to, just, you know where to find me.
Thank you very much, Durek.
He nods and kind of looks down at hearing his name. Yeah. Well, yeah. If there's anything else, I mean, you all are dismissed.
We walk outside.
Yeah.
That's a lot to think about.
Indeed.
So we can stay here and investigate under the temple, or go back to Wardenwood and see what's going on and help out, or continue beyond Wardenwood and go to the ruins, which is the most nightmarish, I guess, trip they keep saying.
Or apparently some cave south that might have something to do with the attack.
The cave,
Or some serpent creature to the northeast.
No.
I
Or the
mean,
lake. Actually, I don't want to go to the lake. Let's not go to the lake.
No, never.
Yeah, the lake seems to be a far-fetched option. We don't even have boats, do we?
No, I don't.
You barely got the keep. What are you talking about, a boat? Can you imagine trying to build a boat? We're trying to build the keep for like 2 decades.
Well, if I had to choose, I'll go to the cave.
Near Wardenwood.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to say.
If we make it there, if it turns out to be nothing, or if it turns out to be something that we can manage, and we will be still nearby Wardenwood, and then we can decide from there what to do next. I am very intrigued by the direction where Yurik has left.
Yes, I did kind of feel bad sending him off to his doom.
Maybe this is a chance for us to catch up to him if he needs our help.
There was no stopping.
Yeah,
True.
seems like fate might throw us back in each other's path.
Possibly.
If
I need to pray. I'm
All
sorry. I
right.
need to meet back up with you.
And I need to sleep.
Val, I think he's already, as Tobin walks away, I guess.
Yeah.
Mrs. Redcap is gonna keep talking with Val. Val, I think he's 2 days ahead of us by now, and
Oh yeah, I'm aware of that.
he's a slippery feller. It'd be really hard to catch him.
I'm not suggesting we try to catch him, but
Catch up.
if we go that direction, there's a chance we might.
Saying there's a chance.
There's a chance. Yes, there's a chance we might encounter him again. Nevertheless, we might, find something else.
So, as you all sit here with your thoughts for the next day or two, decisions arise in all's mind. Probably more questions than answers. A lot to think about in the next coming days.
A lot.
That's where we're going to end it.
All right.
Thank you all for listening to Tabletop Diaries, Cursed Scroll, ShadowDark Design Volume 1 Diablerie, episode
Help us make
4.
a decision since we have a lot of options. If you ever listen to this, drop a comment below and tell us where to go.
Indeed.
If we survive.